here on a nice Sunday. This is not normal for me, so if you join me today for today's stream, just know that I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be able to get a lot of house projects kind of done today. Just cleaned up my garage pretty well, which is nice, and so I thought, let's take a little bit of some time and let's have some fun. So we are still in the Blight Village, and we are still kind of digging through some of it. What we've learned so far here is that there was a Thayan wizard who kind of relocated here and had begun to experiment on the citizens of this village, turning them into monstrosities, ghouls mostly, in an effort to reanimate dead flesh. Woo! Alright, so below is a transcript of an interview with the writer and director of A Pleasurable Deal, Mr. Kingsley Harp. Interviewer: what was the inspiration behind this, if I may be so bold, entirely lewd piece of drama? Ooh. Harp: it's about exploring the taboo, seeing who we as people really are. Yes, Robert makes a deal with a Cambion, but who wouldn't? Interviewer: well, I'd like to think most people wouldn't. Harp says: then you don't know most people. Everyone wants something. Everyone needs something. Cambions can see it. In a way, they know us better than we know ourselves. The interviewer: but at the end of the play, Robert dies horribly. What does that say about we, as you put it, need? Harper: you forget. Robert dies because he broke away from Carlisle. He didn't stay true to the deal that they made. Interviewer: so you're encouraging people to make a pact with Hell's offspring, to give up as Robert did his soul? Harp: we only have one life. Why not make the most of it? Interviewer: so what was your deal? Harp: I beg your pardon? Interviewer: in fact, this was your directorial debut, wasn't it? You couldn't even get published in the tabloid Baldur's Bash before this play came out. Did you honestly trade your soul for an erotic play? Harp: alright, we're done here. Ooh, the Harp totally did. Totally did. Rufflesome blackguard hat. I'm gonna take that just to see what it looks like when you wear it. Searching through this stuff. As you know, we got to dig through it all. Pick up the hammer, barrel, all the good stuff. Nice. We got a lot of thieves' tools now, which is really, really, really good. Starian is set. Pretty set. Do the thing we love to do. The Approachable East, Volume 6. We haven't read this. I must say, for a place with so many orcs and goblins, Thesk is a remarkably pleasant land. A true melting pot where all are accepted, and quite a lot seems to be permitted. Ooh. Alas, the crew I sailed here with were imprisoned by the harbor master, but as soon on the road known as the Golden Way. I was soon on the road known as the Golden Way, and it lives up to its name. The wealth of a continent marches along this road. Furs from Neverwinter and iron from Nashkel flow in one direction, while silks and jewels flow the other. I've heard so many stories of the world. The Golden Way passes through Rishemen, through the wastes of the Horde lands, and onto the continent of Karatur, a land of empires, dragons, and beasts I've never dreamt of. I am so close to Rishemen, but what was once my dream now sounds so mundane. Last night I made camp and was joined by a shark. Dang it, I didn't finish it. No! Okay, hold on. Pick this up. Loot the rest of the stuff and then we'll finish reading it.
Be careful. There are traps about.
I don't like traps. Okay, let's find Last night I made camp, I was joined by a charming fellow. I told him my dream of seeing Rishemen, and he laughed. He claims that Rishemen is nothing compared to the Fae, and invited me to visit the court of the Zulkirs. It seemed rude to turn down such an illustrious invitation, so I will see what this Fae has to offer, then Rishemen and beyond. This dude got killed. Because Thay is the land of necromancers. It is a land of darkness. It is a land of evil. Nothing good comes out of Thay, ever. The High Cliff's blueprints. Precise arcs, neatly drawn lines from the blueprints of 3 weapons, a great sword, a sickle, and a dagger. Each length and angle is marked with exact measurements, and forging instructions are printed carefully along the bottom of the page, emphasizing an unusual ingredient, susser bark, which can be applied to an ordinary unmodified blade. Pick up.
Weapons. They call for Susa bark.
Susser bark. So Susser bark is obviously.
There's only one place I'm finding a Susa tree.
Yep, the Underdark.
The Underdark.
Correct. Yep. Well, and we have nobody jumping on in. Hold on, let me just move my camera slightly. Thay equals undead murderer. Also, hi, I'm nobody. Welcome on in. And it's Thay as in Thay. And then there's the Thayans, which are the people that inhabit Thay, which is Thyayan. So the Thayans, Thay. For example, if you've ever seen the newest D&D movie that came out with Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez, and it's called Honor Among Thieves. The main villain of that is a Thayan witch. So let me shift this over slightly. Boom. Yeah. So Thay is a land of necromancers. It is a land of the darkest, the meanest, the most abhorrent, and nothing good comes out of it. Ever. Except for like the one paladin they made in the movie who was a Thayan. Outside of that, nothing else.
Let's get going.
Okay, so let's open this up. Infernal Iron, we'll take that. Blacksmith's Note. Specimen Metal. Hardness 9.5, very hard. Facts. Melting Point Unknown. Color Silver. Markings Red Lacerations flecked with yellow dust. Source Underdark. Notes. Gift from Redacted. Faintly sulfuric odor. Forging unsuccessful. Will not melt or warp at standard temperature. That's because it's it's Infernal Iron. It actually came from the Nine Hells. He was pretty cool. Also, where are we? We are presently in a land somewhere outside of Baldur's Gate, which is in the lands of Faerun. Faerun is far distant away from Thay. Let me see if I can pull up a map of Toril, like a massive map. Ooh. And then I can try to figure out where Thay is in comparison to this. So, Faerun. Laura. Yeah, let's open up this map. This is a good map. Open up. Map of Toril. Big ol' map. And it's on Twitter. Okay. Thay. Oh, they put the map over our world map. That's cool. Tabaxi Land. I don't know if that's like an actual map though. Where is Thay? It's in East Faerun. Okay, so Thay is actually in... So you want to know what that means? That means we can find it. That means we can find it. We can. Okay. Here's the big old map of Faerun, right? Big old map. I know it's hard to read because of, it being a big old map. We are here in this little region, obviously. Thay is this giant, like, highlighted mountain thing. Big ol' elevated mountain. Known as Thay. It is not good. Not good land. We are still in the Blighted Village here within this place. We are still digging through it. So we are just, having fun. I think this is a light weapon. Thank God it is a light weapon. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to equip this Steelforged sword. Because it's a light weapon, we can actually then equip our +1 dagger. Right? So now we have a magic weapon on our primary hand, which is a Steelforged sword, which deals more damage. Right? And then we have a +1 dagger on our offhand, which we could, deal good damage. So this is pretty much our best setup in terms of doing dual-wielded
No one's stopped me
weapons in the early game as of right now for Astarion, and you know we'll pick him feats because we want to keep him as a dual-wielded assassin. You could send him as a rapier-wielding assassin, which is totally eligible. That is a perfectly fine route to go. We just are not doing that. That's just not what we're gonna do. This is kind of the last area here that we have to look through in the Blighted Village before we can really start heading out. So I'm just gonna be, you know, investigating all of it and taking everything that I can sell so that I can sell stuff. Remember, all of our like minor items like hammers, ropes, things like that are getting sent to Astarion. All of our weapons are getting sent to me. Scrolls, books, etc. are getting sent to Gale. I haven't figured out what to send to Shadowheart yet, but we'll find something. Probably like potions. We can probably send her potions. If she's our cleric. Dude, that spear is so awesome. I love it. I love that spear. So it's a spear called the Vision of the Absolute, I believe it's called. And it is so as a spear, it's a versatile weapon. So it's strength based. It's a 1d6 if you use it with one hand and a shield, so that's what she's doing. Got that like Spartan feel. You could two-hand it, right? And then it deals with 1d8. So that's why it shows on the Vision of the Absolute. If you look at the damage dice, it says 1d8 or parentheses 1d6. So that two-handed is 1d8, one-handed 1d6 plus 3 because of our strength bonus that we have for. It's doing that in comparison for Valorian, so it's not using Shadowheart stats. And then it has the dex, the target that fails the dex save for the blind deals an additional 2 to 12 piercing damage to certain creatures that sports multiple sets of eyes. So this is really good for like spiders. We're gonna be fighting a spider here in a second. So it's gonna be really cool. We're gonna see that thing get put to work. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, so this is a blacksmith's bellows, and this is a forge, and we can forge a magical item, but we need Susur bark, and Susur bark we can only get from the Underdark. So we can't do anything with it yet because we haven't gotten to the Underdark, and we probably won't for a little bit. So for now, what would be the best way? Let's attack it. Immune to slashing damage. I knew that. Alright, Gale. You gotta put in work. Attack with your staff. Gale, big boy. Alright, bring it in. Whispering Depths.
Careful. Those webs carry vibrations.
Correct. So, spiders, this is how I really love that they put this in the game. If you have webbed bridges, webs are how spiders, you know, dictate, hey, I got a thing here, because they feel the vibrations in the webs. Like, that is natural. So, I saved my web. If I fail it, then they get stuck, and this big red pulse shoots out, and that alerts the spiders in this next room, hey, we got dudes over here. And then they're like, oh, we should kill them. But, you know, we're going to try to get them. Never mind, we didn't get the drop on them. We're going to get the drop on them. And so we have two different types of creatures here. We have ettercaps, which are these little guys, and then phase spiders. Both of these are, like, right out of the monster manual. These are pretty typical creatures that you could fight. I do enjoy the fact that they put these in here. We got to figure out how we want to try to do this. So he gets sneak attack because it's his first round, and he hasn't... These guys have taken, so he doesn't get sneak attack on these guys. He gets sneak attack on this dude. So we want to go do that. We want to go cutting action dash. And then we want to go ahead and do sneak attack melee with our short sword. So that we can see if we can deal a good bit. Teleported Spooter. Yeah, phase spiders, they are naturally... Uh-oh. That was good. Oh, he's in webbed. I don't like that. So he can't... Did he just say it's fisting time? Did that just happen? Redeem D&D lore, thank you so much. We have the D&D lore for monsters. So for the D&D lore for monsters, we are going to go ahead and select the monsters that we are... Don't fist me, Spooter. We're gonna pick one of the monsters that we're actually fighting, and we're going to do the ettercap, because the ettercaps are pretty unknown creatures, and so I think that'd be a really interesting one. So, here we go. So an ettercap, this is the, like, bipedal creatures that we're fighting, ettercaps. Okay, they're literally that dude right there. And ettercaps are Nobody, I'm about to stoke nightmares, okay? Nightmare fuel. The Ettercap are humanoid spiders that tend, feed, and watch over spiders the way a shepherd oversees a flock of sheep. They lair deep in remote forests. Fine strands of silk streams from glands in an Ettercap's abdomen, letting it shoot sticky strands of webbing to bind, entrap, or strangle its victims. It can also use its webbing to fashion elaborate snares and nests, which is often festooned in its lair. They are quiet killers. When travelers and explorers venture into an Ettercap's territory, the Ettercap stalks them. Some meet their end wandering blindly into traps or sections of forest enclosed by webs. Others, the Ettercap garrots with strands of web or envenoms with its poisonous bite. Sylvan despoilers, though they dwell in the wilds. Sylvan means like elf, fancy for elves. Though they dwell in the wilds, Ettercaps have no desire to live in harmony with nature. A forest infested with Ettercaps transforms into a gloomy place, choked with webs and infested with giant spiders. Giant insects and other sinister predators, creatures that wander too far into such wood, are soon lost in a maze of webs that dangle with bones and lost treasures of the Ettercap's victims, and they're natural enemies of the Fae. Ettercaps are natural enemies of Fae-type creatures. The foul creatures set web snares to catch sprites and pixies, which they hungrily devour, and will encase a dryad's tree in webbing in a vain attempt to trap the dryad. Otherwise, timid Fae will sometimes approach outsiders for help in dealing with an Ettercap infestation, being ill-equipped to deal with the malevolent creatures themselves. Yep, that is an Ettercap. What can we do? We can scare people, go invisible, and claw. We're gonna go invisible. Move. Gross. Gale is so close to dying.
Save me. Cannot take much more.
This is not good. Run away!
Can't afford to let up. Got to move.
Oh, we can't hit it. Dang. Okay, actually, let's do this. Let's be the big brain, because we'll need the long rest soon. We survive this fight, we can long rest when we're done.
Take your
Let's just heal this round, let these guys get their turn, and then have a start and go. Crap. These guys put in some hurt. Okay, we're gonna sneak attack melee. Good. Alright, you're going over here.
Let's go.
We're gonna cunning action dash. Get you down here. Come on, you can do it.
Last comes easy these days.
Alright, you go here. We are going to jump over, yeet, some toxin, that's fine. And then we are going to divine smite this guy. Yeet. Almost dead. That was good. Okay, the invisible dude is going to go right. Oh, man, he has advantage on the attack. 4 to 7. He's not going to deal enough to kill it. But I don't want him dying, and the reason why we really don't want him dying is because we don't want him dying. So we're going to put him right next to this dude. And we now have advantage on a melee attack against this dude. So we just have to survive this round. That is perfect. Perfect move. Perfect move. So we can send this guy a little bit up. Right? And with Gale, we're going to go ahead and firebolt the Ettercap. And Shadowheart should deal additional damage because the Ettercap has multiple sets of eyes. So we are going to go ahead and just go in and stab. Look at that, 12 points of damage. That's a decent amount more than she's like normally capable of doing. Web on Gale, no problem. Yeah, you have disadvantage on your ranged attack roll because you're right next to me. Because you have multiple people near you, this is going to be at with sneak attack. Sneak attack capable, and you're dead. That is how you play rogue.
Another fight. Let's go. Time for some
Kill
bloody
you.
work.
Are you kidding me right now? How much health you got? 3? Yo, can I jump to you? Can I jump up here? Too high? Dang, dude. Your turn's over. Gale. Come on, Gale. Not a movement. The hunt. Oh. Burn it. Dropped him. 3 points. Oh, that wasn't the one that had 3. Dang it.
Concentrate. Strike hard.
It's got multiple eyes.
Fast.
Yeah, that was gonna hit. That was bad. Bad move. Bad move on his part. That was a really bad move on his part. Oh, he's gotta find the imp. Oh, he didn't find the imp. He only found where the imp was. I never planned for this. I didn't plan for him to be yelling, "It's fisting time," as loud as possible. I never considered this a possibility. Okay, we do not want to go that way. We absolutely do not want to go that way. There's a reason for that. And we are not capable of fighting that creature. There is a bigger spider in this room that we cannot fight at level 3. It will not happen. Okay, I just save you the stress. It will not happen. Also, I'm no longer worried about notifying people that we're here because there's no one to notify anymore. Spurred Band, okay. Spider Silk Cocoon. Scroll of Thunder Wave. Gale. Club. Header Cap. No, we're good. Investigate you. Silk Land. We don't have any resting capacity.
To Danny.
We have no healing. So we gotta be very, very mindful.
Well, in it.
Melon Piece. Red Goblin Child. Icarus Egg Clutch. Cool. We do not want to go further that way. So we can open up the backpack. Nice! Don't want any of those. It's actually not bad. Spider web, wooden barrel. Oh, all of this is going to camp, dude. That's food. Gale.
Salutations.
Spider web. Let's do this on you. Okay, so those don't like drop anything, right?
Interesting.
Oh, they do. Give me the thing.
I applaud your taste.
Good. A bone. That's it. A bone.
Shouldn't have
What's that?
wished to live in
Is that a
more
potion?
interesting times.
That's a potion, is it? Potion of healing. Yay. Okay, we don't want to go that way. We do not want to go that way. That's where the bad things are. We don't want to go to the bad things. There's nothing bad over here. Okay? I know that. For a fact. Nope. No. Investigate dead body. Oh, that was the imp. Yeah, I know. It's okay. You do it. It's fine. Old backpack. Thank you. Can I get up here? I gotta jump up on this web. Are you kidding me right now? Talk about dumb.
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
We are quite a long way from Waterdeep. That's where Gale's normally from. So Gale is from Waterdeep, which is the city of Splendor. It's one of the biggest cities in Dungeons and Dragons. Outside of Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate, for example. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Any day now. Wizard Bond.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Good old Wizard Bond. So this is that same room that we were in earlier, right? We've kind of come full circle. Really what we want up here is a... There's nothing good up here. That sucks, dude. Okay, we did get a ring a second ago, and so I want to actually look at that ring. So we have the Spurred Band, which gives frantic urgency. During combat, when the wearer starts their turn with 50% hit points or less, they gain what's called momentum for 1 turn. So momentum is a status effect that can apply to characters. It's an equipment feature. And what momentum does is it goes ahead and increases your movement speed by 3 meters. and it is removed if you are restrained, incapacitated, thrown, or slowed down. So what that means is that the character wearing this can move faster if they have lesser health. So we're going to send that to Astarion. Obviously, he is our rogue. He is our speedy boy. So we're going to go ahead and give him that ring for now, just so that if he's ever below 50% HP, then, you know, he moves a little bit quicker. That's right up his alley. It's exactly what we need him to do. We need him to move fast. Move fast, strike hard, you know? Way to go, guys. You suck. Alright, we drop into the mystical room of death. Shovel, wooden crate, water, wooden crate. No, we don't want torches. No need of those. Incense, bottle. Stuff we don't need. Shelf, nope. Viscera. Yummy. Burnt journal. Most of this book's pages have been carefully burned away. Those that remain contain a single sentence, rewritten in varying states of agitation. In her form, I find ecstasy. The spell is not enough. That is not good. We don't like that. Cleaver, we can sell that. In her form, I find ecstasy. The spell is not enough. I don't know what they were doing. That's a little tough to pinpoint. Hey. Open the box. Open it. We've read on Death and Resurrection, and we've read that. So both of those we can send to Gale and sell those with no issue. Bloody Journal. Though originally a screed on Lolth penned in blood, this book's crimson script has been smeared away in several places, a different handwriting atop it. So Lolth, preface, is the Spider Queen. This is the deity of the Drow elves. I recall my life upon the surface with more than regret. I weep for the decades spent treading the murky waters of profanity while my true queen waited in the shadows. Even my name, Elliot, feels foreign and foul upon my tongue. A high elf exalted by Lolth herself. My Drow captors cannot fathom it, but I see their house's downfall in visions granted by the Spider Queen herself. When that day comes, when some unnamed whelp from an insignificant house cuts the matron mother's throat, I will escape. I will find solitude, and I will worship Lolth with my very soul. Big things to talk about there. The Drow elves are the subterranean dark elves. They split away from the High Elves kind of like way back in Faerun's history and went underground to serve their queen, and their society is a matriarchal society. So the houses are run by the women, the Lolth priestesses, all the authority is matriarchal, all of it. So they don't like their men at all. An ornate diagram is drawn upon this parchment depicting a ritual of some kind. At the bottom, two figures, a spider and an elf, are sketched with overlapping circles. A single word is penned beneath them, transcendence. What they're talking about here is one of the many types of creatures that exist within Dungeons & Dragons, which is known as a drider. A drider is the conglomerate of spider and elf. It is like a spider-elf centaur, right? Top half of the body is elven, drow elven typically. The bottom half is giant spider, okay? So it is considered a blessing to be a drider, but also a curse. So I'll show you the creature I'm talking about specifically. See if I can find it real fast. I actually have a miniature of these guys, but my miniature is a little small compared to what they normally look like. So it's not anything to like be happy about. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we're at dragons, so we gotta move past all the dragons. Drider. Yeah, so this would be a drider. Hot elf lady, spooter. Yeah, so this would be a drider, right? Big old drider, right? They're very, very fun creatures. They are very difficult to fight. They are not fun. They will kill people. A journal filled with hastily sketched diagrams of spiders and various spell runes. The captions are largely written in code, save for a few passages near the end that are penned in shaky common. They can sense my devotion. It draws them. I hear them in the shadows, whispers from the Dark Mother, Lolth. I woke to a gift wrapped in spider silk, a pair of boots taken from a heretic's corpse. Lolth sends her daughters to reward my faith, to let me know I am on the right path. Another gift. The corpse of a drow, sigil scarred upon his face, an arachnomancer, one with the power to inhabit the spider's form. It is a message, a calling. My blood already dries upon the dagger, her blessed image carved into my skin. Ooh. Web-covered journal. The book's leaves are stuck together with thick webbing that leaches ink when pulled from the page. Only the final entry remains remotely legible. It is time I will forever transcend this blasphemous flesh and refashion myself in the Queen's image. No longer will I be bound to this lowly form, this base shape of organ and bone. Even the arachnomancers of Menzo Baranzan shall weep at my feet. Their little spells so feeble and fleeting. Today I found the house of Lolth, and I shall be its matriarch. Ooh, that's some crazy stuff, dude. Spider step boots. That's what they're talking about. Spider step boots. Wicked chest. All of these. Gale. So now we know that, by the way, when I said that there's a bigger spooter, there is a bigger spooter. Bigger spooter's in that room. The spooter is known as a spider matriarch. This is where this matriarch became that. This is where the drow elf that is that creature became that creature. All of this was done under the very grounds of the Blighted Village, and no one was any the wiser.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Does Astarion have magic boots? He does not. He's getting these. We don't want him to be webbed at all. We want him to be free to move.
Alright, what now?
There is also a spell in D&D. I think it's called Spider Climb, or I think it's Spider Climb. And it allows you to basically walk on walls. For the most part. Give or take. Now we're good there. Greatsword, take. Set of shield, take. Skeleton, take. Well bucket. And we're back. And we're back. Back in the Blighted Village. Yep, back where we started. So, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to kind of clear out in this area before we start moving further west, and then we'll kind of start clearing up a bit up north. We eventually want to go pick up Karlach, Hot Muscle Fire Mommy. We want to go pick her up. We're not going to be keeping her in our army, per se, and by that I mean at all, but we do want her. We do want her with us. So, that'll probably be the very next thing that we go do is go save her.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Looks like no one's got anything to talk about, which is good. So we will just long rest. I have enough camp supplies. This game's dumb. Okay, looks like someone's got something to talk about. What's up, Astarion?
There you are.
Oh god, he's being sexual with me again.
And that delicious moment we shared the other night.
I've already dedicated myself to someone, Astarion. I'm sorry, I don't swing that way. Sorry, dedicated myself to the Hot Muscle Fire Mommy. I didn't. Savor the moment, it won't happen. Savor the memory. It won't happen again.
Pity. You're tastier than you know.
Oh god, he's
And
talking
you
about
were
my
my
blood.
first.
He wants to suck
In all
my
these
blood.
years, I've only ever fed on beasts. Drinking the blood of thinking creatures is a different thing entirely. You were delectable. And now I can't help but wonder how the others taste.
No. Look at me. Oh, big. Hurt them and I will kill you. No hesitation. That is something a Vengeance Paladin will say. We'll say they might not be as open to the idea as I was.
Alas. It doesn't hurt to ponder the question, though. Take Gale, for example. He strikes me as someone whose blood is rich, refined, like well-aged brandy. But the gift...
Also, just a reminder,
What in the
no
hell
one is
would
ever
she
too old
taste
to
like?
drink apple juice out of a Jack Skellington glass. Never let them lie to you that way. The Gith, what in the hell would she taste like? I'd prefer beef if it's all the same to you.
Yes. Heavens forbid we have an interesting conversation. Still, I am intrigued by the possibilities.
This is still theoretical, right?
Absolutely. A mere thought experiment. So, in the spirit of theoretical questions, if you had to take a bite from one of them, who would it be?
Are you really asking which of our companions I'd eat?
Oh, no. No. Don't be disgusting. I just mean a sip of their blood. No mastication required.
That's it. We're done talking.
What? I was only making conversation. Honestly, you have no sense of fun.
Right, I'm a paladin. This is a no-no. I travel with you because I need a road. I do not have to like you. He is actually a very, very interesting character. We're just going to butt heads. There's no way around this. 40 out of 40. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I don't think now... my shovel.
Oh, shit-pilling toe rag! Never summon shovel, never feed shovel, now call shovel!
You recognize the tiny fiend, a quasit. Wicked creatures, often used as familiars.
Wait, you're not Illy?
Your scroll was in an undead's casket. Who are they?
The blacksmith, the teacher, the grocer, the baker, little piggies to the...
Yeah, Shovel was the assistant
You're
to
Shovel's master
the
now.
Thayan wizard that was killing everyone in that village. You're a disgusting little creature, aren't you?
And you, slab of beef with nipples, moo.
Did he just call me a cow? I want to kill him. Your name is Shovel?
Master Illy calls me shovel. Don't like it? Change it.
What would you like to be called?
Don't care.
Shovel's
So,
fine.
what first, Master? Gutting locals? Raising the dead? Making them walk? Making them scream?
No, and you'll not commit such deeds in my name either.
Oh, you don't like gutting? Spilling? Tearing? Boring? Wait, are you horny? For the book? Illy never shuts up. Book this, book that.
You have such a way with words.
Good with tongue. Good at cutting them out, too. Tell you secret. Illy weak. Illy never finish book. But Master can do it. Read book, conquer book. Yes.
They're talking about the book they're talking about is a book I gave to Gale called this. The Necromancy of Thay. That's the book they're talking about. No one wants to speak. We can leave. Good stuff. Okay, let's journey around. Now that we've done this, we've cleared out the village.
Haven't seen that game in years.
Missing poster. Read it. Read. Oh. Book bad, no read. It is bad, but we can't read it because we can't unlock it. It's missing a gem that frankly we can't get because it is stuck inside of that cave that I just said we can't kill the spider to, because it's guarded by a big nasty spider. So eventually we will get it. We just need to be a bit higher level. We need access to, we might want to be around like level 5 before we go back in there. Just so that we can have access to our 3rd level spells. Where we're at right now, we're in no way, shape, or form capable of fighting that thing. The Spider Matriarch has a massive health pool, and not only that, is supported by 2 additional Fey Spiders. So it is a big spider fight. And I love my multi-spider fights as much as the next guy. I truly do. But, no. If that, Shadowheart, Are you kidding me right now? Okay, here's a fun thing, though. We can actually still dig, even if we've missed it. Right? So... Ooh, also, I am downloading BG3. That is awesome. I'm so happy for you. I really hope you enjoy it. It is a super fun game, and I genuinely enjoy every second I'm playing it. So, for example, I just beat my second playthrough. So, my second playthrough, I did end up deleting it because I'm trying to save all my room here. My very first playthrough I did was Rogar-centered, Bronze Dragonborn Paladin of Bahamut, using the Dark Urge background, as you can see. Took me quite a while to beat it. I just started my evil playthrough using a half-orc barbarian named Gorbash Edhunter. This is a conglomerate of some Warhammer 40k characters trapped into one. And when I mean evil playthrough, I mean that I chose the Dark Urge background, and I've already done some of the things, so I won't necessarily spoil it in case you want to play the Dark Urge. But this is a purely evil playthrough. I'm not good, and now I'm here with Valorian. Fun stuff. So I played a lot of this game. If you have any questions, any tips, feel free to ask them. I'd be more than happy to help. It's such a fun game. I'm genuinely enjoying it. We will head that way eventually. Just not yet. There's some more stuff we want to do. Oh, mugwort. It's going to occasionally search for stuff. And I don't know what that's like on PC. I know how to search for things on console, which is just holding the X button. And then he goes, searching. And then you find things. What's over there? Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. Never mind. Dumb question. I know what that is. More mugwort. It's so peaceful. It'd be cool if they added a little bit of some, like, soft D&D ambient music. Goblin! Hi, Goblin. Die. Are you kidding me right now? Not cool, dude. Oh, you're dead. Sneak attack. Dead. Leveled up. Advantage. Die.
Well, so much for peace.
Die. Starian thing. Time to level up. So level 4 is a very big character level. If you go 4 levels in one class, you get to a point in which you get what's called an ability score improvement or a feat selection. This is standard for every single class, bar the fighter. The fighter gets way more ability score improvements. They get them at 4, 6, 8, 12, 16. I think it's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 16. Fighter BG3. Actually, I don't know why I said BG3. Fighter 5E. Fighters get their ability scores additionally because as a fighter, they want to be taking feats. So, okay, they don't get it at level 10. So it's 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, and 19. Okay, so that's 7 ability score improvements or feat options that they can take in total. If we take a normal class, let's say the Paladin, for example, and look at their class table in the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons guide, you get one at 4th level, 8th level, 12th level, and 16th and 19th, so 5. So fighters get 2 additional on top of what any other class gets, and that gives them more options to take types of feats. So for example, we're gonna look at them here. So I always take an ability score improvement at level 4. Always, because you want to start getting your stats up. You want to start increasing your statistical ability to do things in the game, right? So, for example, we could, if we wanted to take other types of feats like Alert. Alert is a 5th edition feat. You get a +5 bonus to your initiative rolls, and you can't be surprised. That's huge for things like Rangers, for things like Rogues, for things like Barbarians, for monks, right? Great feat for people like that who bank off of going first in a round. And then not being able to be surprised means that if we get ambushed, all the other players would get the surprise condition and would not be able to take their first turn of combat, except for the person who's alert. Athlete, you can increase his strength up, and if you're prone, it takes less movement to stand up. Your jump distance also increased by half. Other good ones would be like Great Weapon Master, right? So I have a two-handed sword. If I land a critical hit or kill a target with a melee weapon attack, I can make another attack as a bonus action on that same turn. That is massive damage output potential. And then it also has a cool feature with weapons that I'm proficient with, and if I'm wielding it with both hands, so two-handed, then I can take a -5 to my attack roll to deal an additional flat damage of 10, right? And you can toggle that, so you can decide. In my first campaign, my first 5th edition D&D campaign on my stream at Couch Cooperative here in this room, Hakon Guntz was our barbarian. He was a level 20 Ancestral Guardian Barbarian who took Great Weapon Master and selected it at will, said I'm going to do Great Weapon Master. There is an additional fighting style that's similar to this called Sharpshooter, and it's for ranged attackers, and it's the same thing. You get a -5 to your penalty to your attack roll, but deal an additional 10 damage, and your ranged weapon attacks do not receive penalties from high ground rules. So it means that you can shoot people that are higher than you, no problem. It also does like long distance and things like that. Really, really cool stuff. We're going to ignore all of those and take ability improvement. We're going to continue. We're going to bump our strength up, obviously. And then for here, we're going to go ahead and bump up our charisma. As a paladin, this is massive. We want that charisma buff. We absolutely need it. Need it. And it's for mostly one purpose. And that is because a lot of our aura features that we're going to get as a paladin of the devotion use our charisma modifier, which is a +3 now. Stats in Dungeons & Dragons work in two ways. Anything above a 10 is based off of even intervals. So 10 is a +0 to any and all roll, like my wisdom, right? +10 is even. Okay? The 12, which is for my dexterity, is a +1. Constitution is odd, still a +1, not even. So charisma is a 16, +3. Strength is an 18, +4, right? Whereas anything that is negative is based off of odd intervals. So a 9 is a -1. A 7 is a -2, right? See how it goes? So that's how it kind of works. So we're going to continue there, and we have prepared spells, so we can go ahead and take some additional prepared spells with us. We are going to go ahead and get rid of Command. I don't like it as a spell, personally, even though I totally use it a lot. Wrathful Smite, I think, is what we're going to take, because we want to frighten people. So we'll take Wrathful Smite for now, and then accept. Frightening creatures is a really good status condition to put on another creature. They can't willingly move closer to the target that they're frightened of, and they have disadvantage on attack rolls as long as that creature's in sight. So Shadowheart gets an additional cantrip. We're going to go ahead and do Light as a cantrip. We're going to give her an ability score improvement as well. We're going to go ahead and buff up her Wisdom, and then we're going to go ahead and buff up her Strength. The reason why we're buffing up her Strength is really for... We actually could do Wisdom up. Even though it doesn't really do anything, it makes it easier when we get to a later level. We could do Dexterity, actually. I think Dexterity is what we're going to do because she uses medium armor. We're not going to do Strength. Strength is only necessary if we wanted to get her to heavy armor, because you would need a strength of 15 to wield like plate mail. She could do chain mail, no problem, but she can't do anything else, but she's also not proficient with those. We're in Dexterity, and here's why. The medium armors allow you to add your Dexterity modifier to your armor class, and that's because Dexterity is like your natural ability to dodge stuff. So, for example, Astarian's got an amazing Dexterity, so when he wears like leather armor, he can add up to 5 points of his Dexterity if he were at a 20 up to his armor class. So if he had started leather armor, that's an armor of 12, and if he added 5 Dexterity, that's an armor class of 17. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a rogue. But when you get to higher armor classes, you actually ignore being able to add most of that, because the point of heavier armor is that it just takes the damage, and the damage doesn't get through it. So when you take medium armor, you can still dodge stuff because there's still a bit of flexibility, but there's not as much, and so you can only add up to 2 points of Dexterity, which we now have, right? Heavy armor at all, no, there's no buff. It is just like flat 16 for chainmail, flat 17 for splint mail, flat 18 for plate mail, right? That's it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And for her known spells, We have all these different types of spells, and we're just going to go ahead and leave things as they are. We're going to get rid of Lesser Restoration because we don't deal with diseases, poisons, or paralysis, really. And we're going to go ahead and take... I think Gale's going to take Hold Person, so we're going to go ahead and take Aid. That heals our allies, increases their hit point maximum by 5 hit points. That's really good for a fight, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Up next is Gale, our bicorn-wearing mage. Look at him. Oh, that's cool. Man, the myth, the legend. Okay, for him, he gets another cantrip. We are going to go ahead and take Shocking Grasp, just because it is a melee cantrip. So if someone's on him, then obviously we want him to deal with that. Now he gets 2 additional second-level spells. We're going to go ahead and do Enlarge. That's a really good one. And Misty Step. Yeah, Enlarge and Misty Step. And we're going to do Ability Score Improvement. We're going to do Intelligence up 1, Constitution up 1. 2 reasons we're doing this. I don't want Gale to get hit, but his Constitution's important because we're going to be giving him spells that require him to concentrate on them, such as Enlarge Reduce, such as Hold Person, such as Dominate Monster, right? So the way that works is while Gale will be concentrating on that spell, if he takes any form of damage, it has every capacity to cause him to lose concentration. So the way that works in game is, let's say he gets shot with an arrow and takes 5 points of damage. He has to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. That's why we buffed it. Or he drops concentration. Okay? However, if he were to, let's say, take 30 points of damage, he has to take a DC of 15. Because the rules are it's either a flat 10 or it's half the total damage that you took, depending on which is higher. So if he takes 5 points of damage, rolls for a 10 or higher. Takes 30 points of damage, rolls for a 15 or higher. So we want him to have a good one. We want it to be up there, right? We're not going to give him any additional spells as of yet, just because really isn't anything that we need to worry about. Shield is kind of a good reaction for us to have, just kind of an immediate. But I think, honestly, he's not really getting attacked enough to where he needs... A lot of people are hitting him for a higher level. Shield is only applicable if they beat him by 5. Or up to 5. So, like when we have Mage Armor on, it gives us a armor class of 14. So if they rolled anywhere up to a 9 or an 18, because if it meets it, it beats it. So we have to have anything that hits 18 or below, we could shield. So I think we'll get rid of shield and actually take Misty Step. Yeah, we'll do Misty Step. I'll live with it. So many options in something that's so rough. It's like the worst part about playing Wizards is like having to prepare your spells and like figure out like what you feel like you need and what you don't need, and so much work. Astarion, okay, just ability score improvement. We're eventually going to be giving him Dual Wielder so that we can use 2-weapon fighting even if our weapons aren't light, and gain a +1 bonus to our armor class while wielding a weapon in each hand. So we could do like dual rapiers and things like that. So that's eventually where we're going, and then potentially even defensive duelists, so that while we're dealing, while we're wielding a finesse weapon like a rapier or a dagger, we can use a reaction to add our proficiency bonus to our armor class. But we'll have 2 options for that, right? Because we're going to have a total of, we're going to have this ability score improvement here, and then we're going to have one at level 8, one at level 12. So we have 2 options to do those, but Dual Wielder is going to be a level 8 one for him. We want to get that ability score improvement up, though, to give him an 18, and then for him, we're actually going to go with, I think, Intelligence. Whatever shall I do? Yeah, we'll do Intelligence. Screw it. He doesn't need Wisdom. He's not good at making decisions anyways. He knows what he's doing. He's a smart boy. He's just not a wise boy. He's a vampire. Like, come on. Vampires are known for their wisdom. They're known for their charisma. And I don't need him to riz, so. Open that up. Send that to camp. First nest. Take. Even though I totally needed to send that to camp. Bye. One cap. One cap. Beehive. Center camp. Burrow is empty. Like a shovel. Doing little shovel things. Okay, that is where we first went to center camp. When we first went to the Blighted Village, so we don't want to go that way. So much to do, so much to see. There is so much in this world for me. When in doubt, jingle out. You know what I mean? Get that inner bard in you. People talk about having that dog in you, but they don't talk about having that bard in you. You know what I mean? I know, that was the worst. Haha!
What's that?
There was actually a chest that I missed earlier that I know where it's at, so we're gonna go dig it up in a moment. Arm! We found an arm! Send that to camp. Send that to Astarion. Send that to... Send that to Astarion. Pick up Fleet Fingers. Okay, Fleet Fingers. Once per turn, after the wearer dashes or take a action, they can jump without using a bonus action. Yeah, we have absolutely no need for it. So that is something that we will feed to Gale when he gets hungry. I know what I just said. I know it sounds weird. It will make sense. There is absolutely zero need that we need for that ability. We will feed it to Gale. Yummy.
Lads, for
It's
the
Auntie
love of
Ethel
all that is
from
holy,
the
I've
camp.
never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Stop this.
Uh-oh.
We won't ask again.
How about you all just calm down? Or, how about you all just calm down? What's going on here?
Careful! Don't trust a word out of her mouth. Our sister went to the hag, and we ain't seen her since.
Hand over heart, I don't know their sister. I will gladly help you all look for her, though.
Enough. Where is she?
Ethel, what did you do to their sister?
Bollocks! You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat lot of good you are. Some advice? You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready.
Grandma was really talking to us in a dark and weird
Bye-bye
way.
now.
And can teleport.
Hells. She just disappeared.
Never trust an
Ain't
old
seen
lady
nothing
that can
like that
concoct
before.
potions for you
She
in a
can
camp.
shoot fireworks out of her
She's a hag.
backside for all I care. The hag has Rina.
Will someone please tell me what's going on?
It's our sister, Mayrina. She's... well... she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast!
Let me. I will bring Mayrina home.
Are you joking? I ain't got a clue who you are. No way I'm leaving Rena to you.
But, Joel...
Not a chance. We're getting her back on our own. Now, come on.
Chase him. Chase him down. We'll follow him.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
Uh-oh. Oh, the devotion charisma. Something here is unnatural. Reach out with your magic, seek its source. What do we roll? What do we roll? A 3? Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious? Roll again. So dumb. That's more like it. That's more like it, guys. That's more like it. And what we've learned is that this beautiful swamp is nothing like what it is, or what it seems. It is death
You blink and
filled,
the wilderness changes.
decaying,
A swamp,
disgusting.
stinking and insidious, assaults your senses.
It's gross, nasty, not good. And the brothers are gone. So we are going to open up this wicker basket, take the poison apples, take a breather lovelies, have a bite to eat on me. Let's actually send those to Astarion. And we don't really want to stay around here because we don't want to really be here right now. I just wanted to get through that part so that we could see, like, oh no, this whole place, not what it seems at all. Not even the slightest. It is so far off from what it truly seems like that we just want to deal with this stuff and get a move on, right? We'll eventually go down there. Don't get me wrong. That is on our list of things to do. We do have a hot muscle fire mommy to go get, so we need to go get her. Okay? I feel like that had something to do there, but we're gonna go ahead and dig like it's nobody's business. Okay. Okay, we gotta go back to the Owl Bear cave, because that is where that one chest that we missed. And then we're gonna go back to camp so that we can sell off all of our goods that we've acquired. We've acquired quite a bit, so we got a lot to sell. Oh, mugwort. Can't believe I missed that. Biggest tip that I can tell to you, nobody, is when you start playing Baldur's Gate, really get a familiarity for things like mugwort, rogue's morsels, balsam. When you find one, memorize it. It'll make your life so easy when you're just traveling around that you're not stressing, like, trying to find them. We're going to get some animal speaking. We can make web grenades now. We had some vitriols, which we don't have. And we are going to make an oil of accuracy, which we can send to, what's his face? Send to Astarion, right? He gets all of our oils. That dead owlbear. Poor little guy. All dead and stuff. I gotta. Did I? I did. Oh, wrong guy, wrong guy, wrong guy, wrong guy. No, 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 no. Okay, back to the Emerald Groves. A lot to sell. A lot to sell, a lot to buy. And then we have a hot muscle mommy to go get. go, let's go, let's go. The Hollow. Hello, Aaron.
Need anything else?
Yeah, I'd
Of
like to
course.
see your
But
weight.
please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
Lies. No, we'll just sell it. Screw it. I like the sound of that insufficient gold. What do we have? We have padded armor on him versus leather. He has a bonus to stealth checks versus taking 1 less bludgeoning damage. Ooh, change her +1. Let's get her that. Oh, we should have done a scale mail. Chainmail +1. Buy that. Let's do it. We will sell the scale mail of devotion. Get rid of these. Good stuff. And then we have more stuff with Gale to sell. More stuff with the starring to sell. Start with all of our rope, hammers, shears, those. For now, I think that's good. I'm in a good spot. So let's go ahead and buy that scale mail. And then sell that. We kind of lost money on that bet, and that's our fault. We'll make sure not to do that again. What are we like? Oh, we are good on those. We don't need any more. We don't need more any of those. So let's buy a dragon egg mushroom, blue wood trumpet, 3 roast morsels. Let's buy all the balsam, buy all the wheat moss. Cool. Good stuff. So let's go ahead and chainmail +1. Alright, and then go to
Can't afford to
Shadowheart
stay
and
idle.
do the chainmail, or the scale mail +1, right? Good stuff. Go to
Keep a blade
Starion.
close.
And did we get that leather armor? We did not, did we? No, we didn't. Okay, good. We're fine. We're in a good spot now.
Looking ahead.
We don't have any dies, so we're good there.
Need anything else?
We do. Let's go ahead and sell the chain shirt, the chain mail, and that's it. That's not good.
X?
How long until Roman shows off
Do you
his...
sell stuff?
Well,
No, you do not sell stuff. I know Damon sells stuff.
How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Looking forward to it.
I could use
Looking for steel? Well, something close.
Pale orange, light blue, and dye remover. Oh. Purple, sea green. Alright, let's go back to the Blighted Village so that we can go save Muscle Mommy. And real quick, there's something that's sticking to my controller stick. So I'm going to take off the faceplate on this real quick on my controller and see if I can clear this out. It's always good to have on hand a controller cleaning kit. You do a lot of like controller-based gaming, which is what I do. Do a boatload of it. What did I put? There it is. Sorry for the bag crinkling. I'm so sorry. There, probably saw it. Let's see if we can find something in here. And I always recommend that when you do this, that you're going to see the screen move quite a bit. That you use a... Actually, we'll pause it so that it doesn't. All right. And let's get a... see here. There's one. Two. And I think I got all of them out. There might need to be additional things that let's check the other stick just to be safe. Yeah, I think I got all of it. There might need to be a few things. I might have to take the actual stick head off and just do a little swab in there, but I can do that afterwards. As far as just making sure there's no foreign objects, which surprisingly for me is mostly beard hair for some reason. For some reason, my beard hair falls off my face and gets inside my controller. I don't have any rhyme or reason as to why it happens, but it does, and it really confuses me and frustrates me all at the same time. Okay, let's go get Muscle Mommy. Actually, I want to try something. Options. Dynamic combat, auto rotate. Let's turn that on. Okay, I see what it's doing. That's actually not that bad. I kind of like to keep things positioned behind us for the most part. But that kind of helps with a little bit of some stuff. Just a little bit, though. It's not like a massive... I'm not like, oh my god, look, I turn on auto-rotate. Excuse me?
Something
That might be worth a look.
Dirt mound. Dirt mound. Wouldn't just take send to the star end. Okay. So now we go ahead and hop over here. Risen Road. Camp. Camp. All those to camp. Look at this.
Something tore right through these people. They didn't.
Beast reeks of brimstone and offal.
These are
Every
hyenas
breath
that
is
are in the
thick
midst
with
of
blood.
birthing gnolls. Gnolls are the demon spawn
You hear what comes next before you see it.
entities
A
of
sharp
Inagu,
snapping of bones, and a yelp of pain as her
who is the
body
demon
starts to
prince
twist
of
and
the
undulate.
gnolls. Alright, so we don't like them. We are going to melee attack and strike the beast while it's vulnerable. We got 22. We just want to kill it. We don't want it to blow up and give birth to anything.
You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. Whatever horrific creature was growing inside the hyena dies along with her.
And now we fight. Alright, Starian's up. And we do have advantage on these guys, so we are gonna see if we can move him. Can't reach. Okay, no problem. So we for sure can sneak attack this one. For sure. And let's go ahead and put on a Oil of Accuracy. We will need it. Pause it, and really just move. And we will do Scare, which won't do much, so we'll just leave that be. Loaded hyenas are...
That hyena's making a break for
We
me.
need to kill that one. So, yeah, we're gonna do Sacred Flame. Good.
No choice but to keep going.
And then we are gonna go ahead and ranged attack. Hopefully we can hit, which we did. So now we can move up.
With haste.
And then for the Gale, we want to hit with a Fire Bolt, right? 75, we should hit this. And it missed. Of course it missed. Of course it did. Of course it missed. So now it's going to go and warn the gnolls, and now the gnolls are going to get involved. Of course we missed. So frustrating. Here come the gnolls. Now there's no, like, you know, there's no stealthing these guys. They are now in this fight. They don't really get to move this turn because they kind of just joined. And that's cool, it's fine. Now we're going to sneak attack this guy. Loaded gnoll. And then we are going to bite this one, see if we can kill. Did not. That's okay. That is A-okay. And then we are going to dash this way. And claw. And there's a gnoll. That's what we were trying to avoid.
Have to keep going.
Newborn gnoll. Sacred Flame it.
Never a dull moment.
What are these considered? Examine. Monstrosities. Damn, I'm really hoping these were fiends. Cool, that's fine. We will Shield of Faith ourselves. Get an extra +2 to our armor class, and then go in with our blade. That'll work.
No gloom, all doom.
Now we do have a scroll that we picked up. A Scroll of Fireball. We want to use that right there. Goodbye. Get wrecked. Can we sneak attack you? No. Okay, we definitely can't do that, but we can shoot. Hopefully we can hit. We did. That's very surprising. Bring it on, Hunter. Seething Fury. You missed. Loser. Bring it on, Hunter. Seething Fury. Dodge. 4. Damn.
On the roof.
I mean, if I only get away with 4 points of damage on this fight, that's A-okay. Please die. Thank you.
On my feet.
Go ahead and do a hamstring shot. Aha! Critical hit. That's good stuff. Now he can't move. He dashed. That's good. We want that. Now we can get sneak attack.
On my way.
First, fireball. Of course we miss. GG's. We can hit you.
My
Good.
faith will protect me.
Please die. Thanks.
Survival is all that matters.
Yeet! Sword baby! Are you kidding me right now?
Dice roll in my favor.
Are you kidding me right now? Please die. 1. This better kill it. That's so frustrating. All right, he's threatened, so he does have disadvantage on range attack. And does have, how did that hit? I'm really surprised. Concentration broken. So that was why I said we increased the Constitution ability for Gale, is because of that. Same reasons that concentration spells don't break.
There's only so much my stomach can take.
Open letter of oppression. Written in a furious, sloping hand, this is a letter to the editorial Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in the city. No animal larger than a peacock may gain entry? How archaic. My darling gazelle is the most well-behaved bear you'll ever meet, and yet to spend time with my child I must visit my summer home in Cormyr. I call upon the Parliament of Peers to resolve this issue immediately. The emotional and psychological well-being of the people of Baldur's Gate is at stake, and I shall take this to the highest of authority should it not be dealt with accordingly. Right now, Gazelle cries out for her father. This archaic policy has separated a child from their parent. I don't know how Grand Duke Older Ravengard lives with himself. Yours faithfully, Mr. R. Pickens. They have protesters. Pile of bones. Pile of bones. Severed arm. No. Sarah, bottle. Send to Astarion. Question mark. Mangled corpse. Stake. At the camp. Oh, you can hear the squishy. Yeah. An old Fang of Yanagu. Cool. Got a lot of stuff to dig up here, so we're just gonna get this over with. An old flesh gnawer. The hyena ears, we need those. More knoll. Intestines, pile of bones. Dagger, pile of bones. Pile of bones, dagger. Viscera. Take, send to Astarion. Arsonist soil? I think we want that with Astarion. I like arson in D&D. Preface. To the good godly folk of Faerun, a circular from the Church of Ogma, Lord of all knowledge. It is stamped with the seal of Brevik Feanor, Most High Lore Master of the Unrolling Scroll Temple in Baldur's Gate. To the good godly folk of Faerun, in the first instance, and in the name of the Lord Binder himself, let me bid you thanks. The realm-shaking events that have since become known as the Second Sundering marked a great time of confusion and upheaval. Gods fell and rose again, lost continents reappeared, and the very weave shook as the plains birthed a new and yet mysterious order. Such chaos is often anathema to Ogma's sacred pursuit of truth and knowledge. However, with the help of the innumerable first-hand accounts submitted to our agents by good folk all across the continent, the Church is satisfied that an image of these strange years has begun to coalesce. As such, we would kindly ask that no further unsolicited material on this matter be sent to our temples. While all knowledge is of import to the Lord Binder, we are confident that any future plane-shaping events that will not be presaged in the shape of tobacco smoke or read in the droppings of the village herd. A new and strange age is upon us. For divine guidance, we humbly bid you to look to your local temple leaders and to forward such relevant materials to them. Yours ever seeking, Brevik Feanor, servant of Ogma. So they're no longer accepting materials. They're claiming that the Second Sundering has been appropriately documented. Take that. Loaded hyena. Open the Sarah. Open the mangled corpse. Dead caravan agent. Take. Shipment ordered. Deliver the chest to me unopened. Read the first sentence again. Deliver the chest to me unopened. Open it and I will know because you will be dead. This is not a threat. This is what will happen if you open the chest. NF. The caravan. To the good godly folk, we already did that. Yeah. Dead Knoll. Hyena ear. We like those hyena ears, dude. Good stuff. In the camp. Now, the gate is closed. Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe. Crime, poverty, taxation, burdens unfairly heaped upon the shoulders of the common citizenry. Thieves and outsiders grow fat on the teat, while native Baldurians starve in the street. Far too long, the Grand Duke and his Parliament of Peers have left our gate unguarded. If you, like us, stand ready to defend it, then join like-minded individuals for a frank exchange of ideas. Join the Keepers of the Gate. Enough is enough. The gate is closed. They have la resistance. Bag of rotten food. I think it's just full of rotten food. Gross. Carnival squash. Pick up. Pick up. Pumpkin. 12 camp supplies. These are good. Cabbage. Carrot. Red apple. Red apple. Gross, gross, gross. Wooden trunk. All to Astarion. Nice. Anchor basket. And the camp. Autumn Cross. The good stuff. I don't like that thing. Shovel is going to really confuddle me all game. We're keeping him until a fireball claims him. It will happen. Something will have to throw like the biggest of explosions his way, and we'll just have to watch him get slaughtered by it. There's no escaping that. Get the Murgrass. Great. Take a lot of daggers. Not a bad spell. Not a bad spell. No. Bad enough that we didn't take it, but not bad enough to pick up in a scroll, mind you. We don't want it to take me up a spell slot, but... Flat rock. Let's go ahead and throw that. Anything underneath it? There was a bloodstone. Good stuff. We like that. We like bloodstones. Things to sell. Things to sell. We're going to get Karlach, and then we're not going to be staying up here for that much longer. We're going to actually head over to the Goblin camp. And fly over their way, you know, for no like, particular reason other than I want to. Potion healing.
I've got a long road ahead.
Some quick sendage of that to Gale. Quick alchemy, because now we have hyena ears, and with hyena ears we can make potions of speed. We're going to go ahead and make all 3 of these. We like those. We will make a potion of greater healing, like that, and then we will go ahead and with our elixirs, make an elixir of arcane cultivation, like those, and aids, coatings, nothing of the sort. This is good. Basically what we just did, Smuggler's Ring. So potions of speed give us haste. It's a really good ability to have. We're going to go ahead and split the item. We're going to do 3 and 4. We're going to send these 3 to Astarion, because we like having hasted rogues. Hasted rogues, super duper crack. Okay, let's look at the Smuggler's Ring. Smuggler's Ring, stealth +2, sleight of hand +2. Send that to Astarion, baby. What's his charisma? A 10? He can suffer. I don't need him to be charismatic. Hello. That sleight of hand +2 is going to be gross. This means we're not going to be failing any like lock-picking checks for quite some time. Okay, we can jump across that way. So that's another way of how to get here, but we're not going to do that.
I'm rather enjoying this journey. Were I not racked with pain.
There she is, in all of her beauty. Hot fire muscle body. We have found her. Karlach! She's been wounded. That is okay. Look at her. Whoa! Damn, she's hot. See what I did there?
One horn. This is the devil Will has been tasked to kill.
Are you alright?
Me? Never been better.
Oh, fuck me. It's you, from the Nautiloid. Please tell me I found you before those so-called Paladins of Tyr did.
Haven't met any Tyrans lately, no.
Good. Great. Glad I don't have to kill you.
A great heat roars through you, her heat fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
So don't kill, but hug maybe. We can't hug her, unfortunately, yet. That's a part of her Fire Hot Muscle Mommy questline, is to be able to touch her. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. We will get there. What was that? It's the tadpole in our. It's the tadpole in our heads. It connects us.
Fuck's sake. Mountains as far as the eye can see.
So she was a part
Guess
of what's
that
known as the
explains
Blood
the
War.
voices.
The Blood War is a
From that
massive
peak I got
war
into your
that
head,
rages
you've made
on
some inroads
Avernus,
trying to get
the
the thing
first
sorted.
layer of the 9 layers of hell in
no joy.
D&D, between
I'm
devils
Karlak.
and demons.
And you are...
No, you can. You can. It's about how much you want it. That's facts. I'm Valorian Jarthraxon.
Well met, soldier. Now that we're old pals, how would you feel about helping me
She
kill
calls
some
me
evil
soldier.
bastards?
I
A
love
little
it.
background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good at killing
She
demons.
fought on the side of the devils,
Really good.
so she killed demons.
So good, Zariel,
Zariel
the
is the
Archdevil
archdevil
herself,
of the
made
first
me
layer
her
of
personal
Avernus.
attack dog.
The archdevil of Avernus.
I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. Took me 10 years to properly escape, but now I'm free. Zariel sent goon after goon to hunt me down. But believe me when I tell you, I'm not going. The latest yappy little dog she sicked on me are nearby.
Blood
A group
War?
of dopes
Yeah, Blood War
posing as
is
paladins of
an actual
Tyr.
like thing that
Wanna help
happens
me
in like
take
the
'em down?
meta universe of Dungeons and Dragons. It is just an ongoing, endless war that exists in Avernus, the very first layer of the 9 Hells, and it's just a massive battle between devils and demons. They just pour into the world, or into the, I mean, the devils already inhabit it. That's kind of like their thing, but the demons are invading it constantly, endlessly, because there's no end to devils and demons in D&D. Like when you kill them, they just go back and then they're there. So it's just this endless ongoing war that it just exists. Super fun. Say, let's send them back where they came from.
Fuck yes. They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill.
We'll go kill
Don't
those
go
guys real
far
quick because they're
after
right
the
up there.
scorching I gave them. After we've mopped them up, we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
You want to just team up with some blood-stained killer? Because I'm fine with that.
It's like tag, but with murder, exactly. Sounds like a great plan.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off.
See? Told you.
Hang on though. Looks like you got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
Okay, so she's going to our camp. And we have to kill these guys from the paladins.
Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby. Careful.
Dead gnoll. In here. Burlap sack. Send to camp. Pile of bones. Great. Cool. Dead gnoll. Dead gnoll. Dead gnoll. Great. Camp. Barrel. No.
Nothing
man.
I'll give it a bloody good fight, that's for sure.
Okay, now we gotta talk to Gale before we fight these guys, because no. Go away. Get rid of it. They drop it, thank God. I do not want to be picking up bloody bits. Salute. Can't.
What's that? I'm way too big.
Indeed. I don't know what we would... How would we would need to turn into like a spider or something. We need to polymorph into something. Okay, we gotta talk to Gale. Hi, Gale. Looks like
An
you're
ally
friendly.
fresh from the hells themselves. Our company grows stranger by the minute. And all the better for it.
I think I have a magical artifact you'll be interested in.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I?
Give Gale a magic artifact. And we are giving him, I think this one.
Thank you.
We did. We gave it to him. I think that was the one we wanted to give him. That was the gloves that we were like, we don't need that at all. Because it did something stupid. So he ate it.
That hit the spot. I could feel it work. The magic, it's like a lullaby that sings
Like
to
a
sleep the demon
lullaby.
inside. A metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, but no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters.
Nom 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 nom. Magic. I'm glad you're feeling better. Your condition sounds unpleasant, to say the least.
Oh, it's not so bad once you get used to it. And, on the plus side, my tower in Waterdeep has never been so free of clutter. Sincerely, though, I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told.
Don't mention it. I'm glad I could help.
My lord, I bow to your boundless kindness.
Thank you. Carry on. I'm gonna go slaughter these false paladins of Tyr. Tyr is, in Dungeons & Dragons, the god of justice, and so these paladins are making a mockery of justice because they're really devils in disguise. So we are going to slaughter them, because that is what we do. We are paladins of Bahamut. We do not stand for this affront to our ways. So we must kill them. Can we take their stuff? Oh, we can, because it's not really theirs. Take the baguette. Nice, battle axe. It's a weapon I don't see enough of in this game. Wish they had more. And I'm being serious with that. I don't see enough of those. Soul coins. That's good for Karlach. Pleasurable deal. It's a play. Oh, it's up top? Oh, God. He climbed all the way up top. This is an excerpt from a play that Pleasurable Deal banned in no fewer than 4 cities for its lewd content. Its scandalous nature led to a number of widely distributed and illicit printings. Narrator. Come here, fair folk, a tale how now lost time. In grief this man well sunk to depths sublime. A gift he sought to win his lady's heart. Our Cambion smiled, for now the game did start. Enter Robert, male tiefling, crying. Carlisle, stage right, flash of smoke. Carlisle. Weep not, young man, though free your wife is fled, and comfort found in comrade's arms in bed. She licks her lips and cries his name, oh my, and now seek you to be the apple of her eye? I didn't mean to turn the page, Nope, no. Robert, how does a stranger know such things, I ask? Carlisle, I watch you from the shadows and I see your shame and grief and nature's malady. You seek to win your lady and her bed, to have your name upon her lips instead. Robert, you know my curse, my pain, my grief, my woe. Carlyle, of course I know you seek a larger hoe, to plough fair maid and sow a seed to grow. But lack do ye a mighty horn and mast, ooh, with which to guide a maid to bed and fast. Uh-oh, he's got size issues. That's a rip, dude. That is a rip, dude. I also found out we can prepare an additional spell. So we will take Bless. No. Ugh. Fine favor. I'll take that.
There is work to do.
Yay! Another second level spell. Let's go ahead and get... Let's get... Let's get spiritual weapon. That's a good one to have.
Lost in thought.
Yeah, and let's give him... Oh, he already has hold person. Cool. Let's give him enlarge reduce.
Still alive.
Done.
Excellent progress.
Open the barrel. Okay, now time to actually search the rest of this stuff. Burlap sack. Burlap sack. Burlap sack. Burlap sack. Open barrel. Nice. Barrel. Yes. Crate. Nice. Good roll. Done. Dead body. No, we needed to send this to camp. Barrel. Barrel. Crate. Trunk. Get off. Get down from there. Supply pack. Pick that up. Burlap sack. Burlap sacks. Cupboard. Orient camp. If bank. Or if bank. Check your wardrobe. Great. Nope, nope. Enter. These are the guys we have to kill.
Our scouts told us you'd come. The Devil's ally. Come to finish us, have you?
Yes. That's right. I'm sending you back to Avernus where you belong.
Poor Karlak. Allied with the first sap she met, who will be so quickly destroyed. Zariel will find this all terribly funny.
Missile snaring. Oh no, I'm just marked. Whatever will we do? Oh man, we are gonna get this girl killed. Starian's gonna have a heyday.
The dance macabre.
Let's go sneak attack, melee, get her. Correct. And then offhand. Done. Okay, Gale is up, so Gale moves.
Cleric 4.
Let's go ahead and put that hold person to work. 5%. 60. Please hold, please hold, please hold. Paralyzed. Saved. Come on. Frustrating.
Still breathing.
No problem.
Despite everything.
Let's go ahead and use Wrathful Smite. And he's saved. That's okay. That is okay.
Finish this.
That is okay. Go ahead and use Aid. Heal our party and give us some additional HP, and then use Shield of Faith, first level, on Orion. Before Anders gets a turn so that he doesn't start, you know, dealing damage. Let's get up on her so that we can, hopefully we can get an attack of opportunity before she moves. Save, get wrecked, buddy. Oh, that sucks. That's why we... Okay, man. Whoa! See, that's what we were trying to avoid. That is what we were trying to avoid. We are in a tough spot. Let's do shield. Please kill her.
Let's turn someone inside out. Over here.
Okay, let's go ahead and put on some wyvern toxin. Attack? No, so we can just normal attack. Hold on, we can get up on him. Get wrecked.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Let's go with this. So close. Okay, and then we want to healing word. We're gonna do that as second level. Warrior. And then we are going to guiding bolt at a first level. Anders, please die. And then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna move up here to hopefully get an attack opportunity.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
And we're gonna do the same thing up here as well.
waste a
We're just
step.
gonna get people on him. And then we are gonna use a potion of greater healing. Loot. Can't loot.
Shall we cut and run?
We can sneak attack range, which she is surrounded. Critical miss, that's not good.
I don't fancy their chances.
Please die.
Time to push my luck again.
Are you kidding me right now?
There's blood in the air.
On with the weave.
Nice, concentration broken.
I can't even
Oh,
catch my breath.
this is the turn we kill her.
Need to act fast.
No?
Let's spill some blood.
Please die. Anders got long sword for justice scale mail, send that to camp. Deal with her, boom, boom, boom. Send to camp. Traveler's Guide of the Sword Coast, the Risen Road. This stained, well-thumbed the stained, well-thumbed pages filled with traveling advice seems to be decades out of date. Uh-oh. Those who seek to journey to the coast from the interior regions lying to the east will typically seek out the Risen Road. Running parallel to the river Shianthar, the Risen Road provides an overland route all the way from El Dorel to Baldur's Gate, and has proven tempting to travelers seeking an alternate to the river barges that sail to Shianthar. A portion of the road approximately halfway between El Dorel and Baldur's Gate has seen in recent years developed into an enclave for Selûne worship, with a temple of not insignificant splendor lying near the road. Indeed, an entire village, Moonhaven, has developed alongside the temple and can provide food and shelter to weary travelers. Farther east lies the citadel of Moonrise Towers, where a toll is required for onward passages of goods and folk alike. Some are tempted to go off-road in order to avoid the toll. However, bandits and other dangers may cause them to pay a much steeper price, that of death. Sorry. Just going back and forth. Findings from the Hinterlands, new editions. Esteemed reader, while this journal is no stranger to surprising news from the news from the outermost reaches of our fair land, I must warn that this season's edition contains some news some might find, in a word, shocking. It might be that the cult of the Absolute, reported by our agents in Eltergard, will fade like any other, but reports of alliances between Goblin and Lothsworn Drow, Troll and Dwergar are a particular cause for alarm. The seriousness of the enclosed report is quite unique in our history. Prior to publication, messengers were sent to localities including Baldur's Gate, Scornubel, and Candlekeep. Let those hope these reports are received with the proper gravity for the safety of all. Sincerely, Mingus Etcherly, Editor-in-Chief. Way to go. Way to go, Mingus. Believe in you. Okay, we do have a hatch that we can go down. I'm just gonna do some stuff here. Household Prayer. Of the Ender Delight, yeah, we've already read that one. Order on the Gauntlet. So good is the absence of evil. It means to seek peace and to enforce it. It means to seek depravity and to denounce it. It means to trust in your God and yourself, for the greatest good of all is called faith. Goodness is not lawfulness. Law is commandment of God or of mortals. It is the call of authority and the sanction of its opponents. Law is the father of order. To renounce it is to invite chaos, in which there is neither meaning nor life. Law can be corrupted. Lawfulness is not goodness. I say to you then, that we seek not to be good or to be lawful, but to be just. For what is to be good if we cannot define the acts that oppose it? What is to be lawful if it is a devil's commands we obey? Justice is the hand that feeds the hungry and the shield that guards the weak. It is the sword that fells the wicked and the cloak that warms the indigent. The indigent. It is for justice that the Order of the Gauntlet stands watch, and it is justice that Tyr and Torm, Helm and Hor demand. Order of the Gauntlet is one of the many factions in Dungeons & Dragons. My next campaign, Campaign 3, actually involves characters that are being created from 4 of the 5 major factions in Dungeons & Dragons, in which our Eric Hoker cleric that we have for the party is from the Order of the Gauntlet. So that's actually really cool. I might send that his way. Send those to Gale. Nice, that is a really good find. That is a really, really, really good find. 3 scrolls of Revivify? Are you kidding me right now? Let's go ahead and put that.
Welcome, rest.
Lords of Madness, Nagu. We did read this already. Yeah, we did read that already. That one we did read. It's hard. It's going to be hard to really figure out like, which ones we have and haven't. I'm going to do my best, though. But that one for sure we read. Light crossbow, great. Blade, great. Rapier. We're gonna have lots to sell. And then return to camp and talk to our hot muscle fire mom. Ornate wooden hatch.
Gods! This assault on the nostrils should be labeled a war crime.
True. Studded shield. Wooden barrel. Warhammer. Empty, 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 empty. We like that. I mean, we don't because we like loot, but we do because then, you know, we're not digging through loot. Then Toll Collector, Toll House Ledger. Ledger containing the details of a Toll House's takings for the current year, 1492, of the Dalareckoning calendar. Most entries are neatly written, listing the travelers and the amount of gold paid, but the text on the most recent page is smudged and rambling. On the 9th of Marpanoth, you have 4 merchants with a single wagon of sundries for 25 gold. The 12th had the Flaming Fist Company, 15 fists and gauntlet, 100 gold fee waived. Fists don't pay tolls, they extort. We had the 21st, Brewer and 2 guards bringing kegs to Joaquin's Rest, 35 gold. 2nd of Uktar, 7 farmers, no goods, no gold, wounded, warned us to leave. 3rd of Uktar, sent courier to request extra guards relief. 7th, more farmers, too many to count, no goods, carrying their own dead. The 11th, road untenable. The 16th, preparing to abandon post. So things got really bad rather quickly. So that goes to show like how when things in the world of Faerun just get left unaddressed, you know,
Well,
they can very easily be.
Is that blood?
Go away.
No, never mind.
Lockpicking impossible?
My faith will guide me.
Okay. Bet. I don't like this. It's not letting me attack it. I'm being beat by a door. Get back in there. Damn it, we will break this door down. Uh-oh.
Trust no one. Be careful. There are traps about.
29 over 10. Good.
Be careful. There are traps about.
And over 10. Valorian.
Traps. How considerate.
30 over 10.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us. Traps. How considerate. Be wary. This place is trapped.
I don't know what's going to trigger these, but they won't. Reasonably, because we
Never a dull moment.
just disabled them. There's going to be something that we're going to find in there. So we'll start here. And just dig through these one by one. Broken padded armor, broken club, we can sell that. Burlap sack, burlap sack, burlap sack, burlap sack. You don't really need clothes. Food, that's different. Clothes, don't need. Ooh, silver ingots. Let's send those to Shadow Art to sell. Starian, us. Great. Us, Starian. Us, Starian, us. Take all. That's empty. My hammer. What's that? I think we've already searched this one. Just gonna make sure. Sack. Gladiatorial sandals, it's funny. Nice. Out of rotted food. No need for any of this. Good. Check this little. Uh-oh. This little corner here. Bottle. Good. Next, a lot of vases. Damaged vase. Open crate open. Open crate open. Empty vases. Good. Barrel. Water. Crate. Great sword. Nice. Over here. Shield. Basket. Rotted. Oh, we should have set that to Astarian, because it's, you know, invisibility. The leadership of the Zentarum. Ooh. An excerpt from the ongoing metatext rebound by Josefa Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Daenerys for heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext. Despite their protestation to the contrary, it takes no keen eye to see echoes of Banite philosophy in modern Zentarum practice, a strict militaristic hierarchy where all power flows from the top. Who occupies that position today is the matter of some speculation, for the Black Network's leadership was thought destroyed along with their headquarters at Zental Keep in 1383. In the following decades, however, a new base of power began to consolidate at the fortress of Darkhold, far to the south. At its center stands the Paragost, an enigmatic armored figure to whom the Zentarum's rebirth is almost single-handedly attributed. Whoever their leader, it is clear that this new Zentarum have not abandoned plans for domination so much as recalculated their approach, where once their focus was on the subversion and conquest of nations, the network of today is much more concerned with establishing their stranglehold on the market, a power which crosses borders that are closed to more conventional forces. That is fair. Cabinet? Bank? We should have sent that to... Damn it. My anger. Padded armor, wooden desk. Not to Astarian. Brigade chair. Gross. I wonder if we sit someone here.
There's a pressure plate in the chair, but I'm missing something.
Okay.
Careful, I bite.
Pressure plate in the chair.
Lovely day, this.
No.
Be careful. There are traps.
Okay, thank God. I was like so scared to walk in. Money. Success. Okay, so that would have been what sets them all off. So I wonder now if I...
Is that blood? No, never mind.
No! They're stuck.
Keep your distance.
We'll teleport out of here in a minute. Great Axe +1. Pick that up. Great Sword. Quarterstaff. Build a chest. Into the DeLorean. Look at all the things I find. Studded shield. Pick it up. Gold. Blue. Wooden trunk. DeLorean. Great sword. Pallet gloves. Take those. Gold. Plate. Gold. Bronze necklace. Bronze necklace. Potion of greater healing. Potion of healing. And wooden chest. Gloves of heroism. We'll look at those in a minute. Great sword. Helmet. Studded shield. Studded shield. Pleasurable deal. Got a book. Got a book, got a book, got a book, got a book. You already read it. Send these to Valorian. Done.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting
Now we
times.
go back to the Emerald Glow. Got a lot to sell. First off, let's do a bit of this thing. Let's go ahead, send that. Send these to Gale. Send this to Astarion. Send these to Astarion. As Astarion, let's send all of these. Oh, so much. All of those and that to me. Send that to Gale, that to me. And we're encumbered. Nice. Okay, let's start here. Send all the shields to Shadowheart. That'll do it. And it did. Oh, we gotta look at those gloves of heroism. Warding hands. When you use your channel oath spells, you gain heroism. Channel oath spells. That's us. We're Paladin. That's actually so dope, not gonna lie. So basically what it means is that when we use when we use that, we get that. This turns into this at the same time. Super cool. Okay, we are going to go sell this stuff, and then we gotta go talk to Karlach and start busting the moves. You got money?
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember,
He does have money.
you're not the only one in need.
I'm quite impressed. That worked out really well. That worked out really well. Okay, let's go ahead and buy some more stuff. Let's get some dyes too, because we can't you know. So let's buy some ocean dyes. That is 48. And then let's buy some red dyes for funsies. Any more dyes down here? No? 600? Nah, we don't need those. We don't. We do need him to have more money, so we'll do that. So that normal dagger, we don't need that no more. Okay, let's go to Astarion. Buy 2 arrows of darkness, 2 arrows of Velmater, 1 arrow of roaring thunder. Let's go to Gale. Buy a scroll of shatter. Good.
I've got a long road ahead.
Now let's go ahead and give our paladin some ocean blue. Let's combine with our +1 chainmail. Let's combine with our helmet, which we've already dyed red. We just, we want continuity. That's all we want. And combine with our gloves of heroism. Oh, look at that, dude. We look so cool. And then combine with our boots. Are these boots we're wearing? We got this equipped. Nice. And then on our cape. Fashion souls. Nice. Okay, let's go to Astarion, who's using mostly red things. Let's go ahead and use our red dye, which is mostly red things, including his new red gloves of power. Okay, and then we just need to put it on his boots. Cool. Gale.
Tell me about my magic.
Let's make Gale. Actually, let's buy a different color for
That
Gale.
won't stop me yet.
Need anything else?
I'd
Of
like to see
course.
your wares.
But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
And Gale orange.
Ah, excellent choice.
I know. I thought so myself. That's why I did it. Nice. Yay. Look at that. Good stuff.
Can't give up now.
Okay, and we'll put all of our guys with Shadowheart because we need to have someone that can hold on to this. And your Shadowheart business now. Okay. Now that we look super dope, we are going to go over to Dammon. There's a reason we're going to Dammon, and then we're going to camp. We're not going to talk to Dammon. There's no need. Dammon has nothing we need. How many infernal irons do I have?
Exposed now.
1.
What will we do for work when we get to the city?
Don't worry about it. Go to camp. May have to get rid of Astarion for a green second. But it is what it is. So actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and go to Astarion, go to his inventory, and do this. All those, send to camp. Don't need. Otherwise, he's going to hand all those to my character. If I can get rid of them, it's not going to be fun.
I like Gale, but I'm keeping all my good gear well out of sight.
That's reasonable.
Everything fancy he touches meets a grisly end.
Yeah.
What's the story?
I took care of those paladins of Tyr for you.
You did? Wow. That was sound of you. Why'd you do it?
I always take care of my people.
Glad to be counted among them. Really glad. Wish I could have been there to watch those ignots crumble, but I'm just happy they're off my tail. Then again, facing them down might have put my tin can into overdrive. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close, till I've found a way to calm it down.
How the hells did you get an infernal engine for a heart? Actually, I met someone who might be able to help, a smith who worked in the hells for a time.
Well now, maybe I could make his acquaintance. A tightened screw or two might let me keep a little calmer. Maybe even manage a pat or bump without burning someone to death. It's been a long time. Let's go find your friend before I blow a gasket. Lead on.
That's why we had to be by Damon.
What's the story?
How did you end up with such a contraption in your chest?
The year? 10 air. The place? Sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero? Karlach. A knock-knee delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus.
Mm-hmm.
She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. But to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zariel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
What does the infernal engine do to you?
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
You must be pent up.
I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, start making up for lost time. But, not today. Why are we slowing down?
In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with a blade of frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
I'd be in the middle of another adventure, blessedly free of any tadpole.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works.
He's like,
Maybe
yeah,
once
yeah,
we've wrapped
yeah,
up
you know.
the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at.
Okay. Now we go to Astarion.
I've known people who are hungry for power, but Gale takes it a bit too literally for my liking. I wonder how he does it. Why he does it. I'm sure all will be revealed in time. but I don't like it. A waste of perfectly good treasure.
Tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I was sired by a vampire named Cazador. Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. And everything that came after, well, I'd rather not reflect on it.
You must remember your life before that.
I was a magistrate, working to keep the peace in Baldur's Gate, imprisoning troublemakers, that kind of thing. I can't remember much, truth be told. Centuries of torment will do that to you.
How were you turned?
I was attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be.
Tell me about your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn.
He does have a pretty sad, tragic
Kept by the
backstory.
Tsar
Then again,
family.
Dungeons and Dragons, no one's
That's
like,
just
yeah, I
wrong.
got a wife and 3 kids and we're living great.
I was never
job's
able to
going well,
resist
and
their commands.
I just thought I would put all of that at
But
risk
now-
by slaying beholders.
I've been conveniently lost.
I don't know. Haven't seen it.
They won't ever control me again.
How does someone become a vampire exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire.
In theory?
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
So about you biting me.
I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're
No.
looking for another nibble.
Absolutely not.
Fine. As long as I don't have to go back to animal blood. It's muck. But now that you know what I am, I can fight with all my weapons. Teeth included. And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit, what's the harm?
You're right. All right, but I'll be watching. Actually, I'll say, sounds good. Glad we could agree.
As am I. I'm starting to feel a little peckish
Yeah,
already.
I'm fine with him using his abilities against enemies. I think it's better if you stay here and camp for a while.
Darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
Please just stay here.
I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work. It sounds awful.
Okay, let's go get Carlac. Hi.
Hey, soldier.
Come on,
Let's
right again.
go.
Well.
First off, let's give her some stuff. So, Great Axe 5 to 16, Sword of Justice 6 to 16. Let's give her the Sword of Justice, bruh. Let's do that. What about this? Very great head to Great Axe 5 to 16. It's really very heavy. Nice. Let's go ahead and give her the Oak Father's Embrace, just so she's got a little bit of some better armor, because right now her AC is 13. With that, 14. Let's frackin' go. Let's go ahead and give her. Oh, we actually don't have that. No, we don't got nothing. We don't got nothing else. Cool. That'll do it for now. Let's give her some things to get off our hands. You know, we can go ahead and send this to Valorian. She don't need it. We're not using her. And we can go ahead and send those to Valorian. Same thing. Send those to Camp. Now we'll level her up. Blow through this quickly because she's a barbarian. Simple. Making her berserker. Calling it good. now that she has unarmored defense, it's actually a weird re-equip her. Our armor class is still 14, so we can actually go ahead and sell this because this is things we don't need any of that stuff, so we can sell that now. Because she's got unarmored defense, so the way her armor class works is a little bit different. So you can talk to Damon, get that all figured out, send them on their way. I think that'll be the last thing that we do for today is deal with Damon.
So, hey, we've got this soul coin, right? Thing is, I think I can use it. My engine can, anyway. Zariel used to top me up every now and again when she wanted me to go after an especially wicked target.
Soul coins are just that, though. They contain people's souls. I'm not sure you should be using them.
They're already lost. Better to be used in service of the good guys than a devil, don't you think? Next time we're in a nasty battle, drop one my way. You'll enjoy the results.
Intriguing. Next time we're in battle, we'll make sure you get one.
Fuck yes! Now I just need something to sink my teeth into.
Okay, and so what we can do is go ahead and give her all of our soul coins, even though we won't use them, it just gets them off our hands. Go to Damon.
Thought I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps.
What she's talking about is, again, the Descent into Avernus Fallen campaign, in which Elturel was handed to Zariel as a pact made by their own high priest, Thavius Krieg. So, it's a little
gift from Zariel.
Really sucked for the people of Elturel.
Keeps me burning hot.
But that's the campaign, is you actually go into Avernus to free the people of Elturel that are still left behind.
Burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallurgized Demono valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help. I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Avernus. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Hey soldier, I think we picked up some of that infernal iron already. What say you? Should I give it to him?
Absolutely. Let's see what he can do.
Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think... There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of heat.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. Find me again in Baldur's Gate. If I'm worth my salt, I'll have figured something out by then.
Alright.
Take care, Karlak. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report.
Pocket any infernal iron you find along the way,
Good stuff.
What are we doing for better tools?
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful.
We'll find you more infernal iron and get you that second upgrade too.
Sooner rather than later would be good. I feel like I'm burning serious fuel.
Let's find you something to burn then.
That's what I like to hear. Now, let's trot. Standing still is making my skin itch.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something
sell
close.
That, sell that, sell that. Nice. Get rid of it. Don't need. Righto. Good stuff. Alright, let's see here. Blue dye. Light blue dye. Let's go ahead and buy two. I want to try that on Gale. Buy some more ocean dye for our main dude. And some green dye. Why not? And the money, might as well. And then go ahead and we'll buy. We'll send these to Astarion when we get the chance. Bye. He's not a longbow guy. Ooh, rapier. He's a short bow guy. It'd be good to get Astarion. Buy that for him. See, we care. We care about our boys. Leave. Go camp. To get myself a refill on my drink here in just a moment. Hi, Karlak.
Soldier?
Sounds like all we need to do to fix your engine is find some infernal iron.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
We need to stay behind the camp for
Sounds
now.
boring.
You heard me.
Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
Good. Alright, Astarion.
Well, hello. What can I do for
You
you?
do my party. We don't need to. Okay, character sheet. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go you to Astarion. And then we're good on this stuff. So let's go ahead and can we put it on a sword? I'm just curious. Okay, we cannot. That's totally fine. Let's go to Gale.
Seek and you shall find me.
Try that light blue. We're gonna put green on Astarion. Light blue. Oh, I like it. I like it. Let's put it on its bike horn. Good stuff. Astarion. Let's go ahead and equip that short bow for the funsies, you know. And then let's go ahead and use some green dye. Put it on his padded armor. His haste helm. On his gloves of power. On his boots. And then let's do this. Let's go boop, 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 boop. To Astarion. And then go boop. Boop. Shadowheart. Send this to Astarion. This to Shadowheart. Because he's got 5. We're good there. So these to Astarion. No. We gotta sell that. Send that to Gale.
all's well that ends not as bad as it
Okay,
could
give me a
have.
second. I'm gonna go refill my drink. I will be right back. Gotta start killing some goblins here. Goblins.
I wonder when the goblins will come. I could use the target practice.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Water. Who needs that? Well, actually, I think this isn't. Yeah, that's a sellable thing. Cool. Let's go and do this and this to Gale. Send these to camp. And then let's send these to camp. Send these to camp. Golden. Alright, time to kill some goblins.
Yes?
One for Gale.
Careful, I bite.
Or Starion. No, not for Starion.
Have a lot on my mind.
Let's go kill him.
Well, in it.
Oh, I just had a cute, adorable moment as a teacher where one of her students wrote on their homework basically one of the things that she told them. And so she felt really good about herself, so I had to go encourage my wife. She's killing it, dude, as a teacher. So she's second year teaching, and she's just doing an amazing job.
Goblins ahead.
A war drum. One of those can suck.
Look it, Claw. Sapper's here.
Unless you got another reason to be here.
Fixate.
Let's try to be diplomatic, shall we? Goblins don't come by the handfuls, but by the dozens.
Oh, we'll kill him.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I'm looking for someone named Howson.
Good for you, mate. Now get out of my sight before my wall grips you a new hole.
I'm a hired sword. Employers inside. Stand aside now. We can do this. Get it. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. 15 out of 15 thanks to the guidance. Let's frackin' go. That's what I'm talking about.
Down, Claw. Back go.
You just kick your dog? That's it. You're dying.
She's a
Kill
little
her.
overexcited. Been a busy day.
Oh, she
Lads are celebrating.
Let's poop on the ground. That noise coming from behind you. Good or bad?
Depends who you are. We're celebrating a raid. No better time in camp than this. Get yourself a bit of fun before it dries up.
A raid? On what?
Rip the guts out of Joaquin's rest, we did. Inns are good for gutting. Lads even captured some Duke. Worth celebrating, that is.
Leave.
Stop fidgeting.
Rip you for your giblets. Got thick giblets. One. What?
Attack. No, no. Attack. You sure you want to attack? Yes. Commence battle. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to go ahead and slaughter everything that we can. So we begin this by doing the fun stuff. Let's apply a simple toxin to our bow, and then we are going to sneak attack ranged this dude, right? 88% chance, good chance to kill. We killed him. There we go. You see? That's what I'm talking about. And then we are just going to go ahead and kind of keep him her. Okay? We're going to end his turn. Done. Next, we're going to go ahead and turn this dude invisible. Why? Because we don't want people to see him. He's got 7 health. That's not good. It's not conducive for not dying. You stay here. Tracker ball. Ball makes shot. Shot hits. Not good. Okay? We move up. Here's what we do. Okay, here's what we do. Here is what we do. Shield of Faith. We do level 1, put it on Baldur, grabs it. Okay? Good stuff. Love it. Then what we're going to do, Guiding Bolt, we're going to do level 1 Guiding Bolt. It's our last level 1 spell. We're going to put it on Claw. 70%, it hit. Boom. Now we move right up here. Why? Because we want to get an attack of opportunity. Hopefully. Granted, I probably just condemned Shadowheart to be hit. Good. Ranged critical miss. We love those.
Cover me.
He's going for the War Drum. Gale's going to handle that. Okay? We got Gale on the War Drum. Gale's fine. Gale can do it. We're good. We're good. Okay. Light critical hit, that is not good. That is not conducive to successful health. No one else moved, which is good. So we are going to go ahead and cast Misty Step. Okay, second level spell. Go ahead and put him up here. Oh man, that War Drum. It'd be a shame if someone blew it up. Are you kidding me right now? 2 points of damage. You had 1 job.
Where do I go from here?
Oh. Attack! And then let's go ahead and use a potion of healing. And then move you up
On my
here.
way.
That guy's up. Attack. Shield of Faith broken. Damn. Love sneak attacks, so let's go ahead and let me hit this guy. Have advantage. Don't have advantage. Actually, you know what? We need to destroy that real quick. So we're gonna cunning action dash, and then we are going to not that. We're just gonna attack. Boom. Destroy it. It's gotta go. Nice. Okay. Stay there. You. We're going to go right up here. You got 7 health. Jump up there. Claw. Scare. Scare it. Ah, that's right. We'll take it. Miss. Nice work. Now, because it's frightened, we should be able to, you know, be fine. We're going to go ahead and cast a healing word on Lorian. And then we are going to just stab him. Blinded. Nice. Critical miss. You're doing a great job. Love it. He's ensnared. That's no problem. Gale's got it. Don't you, Gale? 9 points of damage. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Time to push my luck again.
Oh, leave that be. On Puce. Haha, you suck. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sneak attack ranged. You have advantage here, so we're gonna do that. Done. And then Hunter's Mark. This dude. You can actually go ahead and just hit this dude. Take it. This is what it is. Stab him. Get him. Blinded. What? Bruh, he's blinded. Dude. We'll shoot him. Disengage? Boo. Boo. I hate that that dealt 2 points of damage.
Can't even catch my
That's
breath.
like some of the dumb stuff of D&D where it's like,
What do I have to
come
lose?
on. Smack him. This is going well. Let's go ahead and bite you.
Break them.
Now that we can move. And he's happy. I think you can. Close. Wow. That happened. That's a rip. No, no, no. Are you kidding me right now? Can I push you off? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Go die. That didn't kill him?
Still on my feet.
This is getting frustrating.
Fall by my hand.
We can't help.
I've missed this.
Die. Thank you. Jesus. Alright, it's okay. You're fine. Shadowheart, you're okay. You're okay. Go ahead and do lay on hands. We'll do a greater lay on hands for Shadowheart. And then a short rest.
Lovely little pick me up.
Done. Refuse. Take. Take. Starian. Camp. Take. Sentinel Olak. Take. Then camp. Claw. Take. Claw. Take. Tracker ball. Take. Camp. Root chest. Take. Go. Here's the fun stuff. Ready for this? Ready? Ready for that? Ready? Hello. Nice to meet you. Give me that body. Yeah. Messed up. So you can't. Can't. Crap. Doing a bad job here. Can't. Who's moaning? And why are you screaming out in pain? Get Shadowheart figured out, please. I don't need what's in that nest there, so we're not worrying about it. We're A-okay, Shadowheart. You'll be fine. Just shoosh. Why are you moaning? Stop it. Okay, this is going to be particularly nasty, but this is why we have a assassin.
You sought a fight,
Is to
and
kill
now
people.
you have one.
There we go. Get wrecked. So now he still has all of his stuff, so we're just going to go here and just kill him. And then kill this guy with no issue.
So much for peace.
Got Wasp, take. Gale, take. Take. Starion. Nope. Take. Hud. Take. That goes to Astarion. Glass cup. Gross. Rammy chest. Send to camp. Bang. Hit bang. Send those to camp later. Open. Camp. Go up here for a second. I think this takes me. I wonder what we have found. I think this is just the dream that we get. Small little dream.
My voice.
Yep. So this is the absolute, which is the voice
irresistible.
that kind of drives
Recognize the
tadpole
overwhelming
infected
authority
in this
that
game.
you've used on others.
It is an
only
illithid voice that
infinitely
is kind of
stronger
compelling us in many ways to
and
do things that we
turned
want.
against you. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf, exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the prism, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
You feel energy pulsing from the artifact, lifting the pain from you, pushing the voice away.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws.
Dun dun dun. So now we know what that little thing does.
Don't give me that look. I don't know what just happened any more than you do. We should keep going.
I don't know what that toy of hers is, but I'm glad it's on our side.
You've got some explaining to do first. What is that thing that you have?
I don't know. Not exactly. All I know is it's important I get it back to Baldur's Gate. At any cost.
What's in Baldur's Gate?
My home. The cloister of Shah followers. Hidden in the city. A group of us was sent to retrieve the artifact. Now I'm the only one left. I can't afford to fail.
And exactly what did retrieving the artifact entail?
There's nothing more I can tell you. All I remember is that I have to get back to my contact in the city.
A powerful artifact indeed, to have caught the attention of so many. Not least the Absolute itself, the 3 figures in the vision, the Chosen are searching for it. With the cultists' aid, it will not be long before they find it. Before they find you. You have evaded them so far, thanks, it seems, to the artifact itself. But how long can such protection last? Shadowheart has made her position clear. She will see that it is taken to its destination. At any cost. But you still do not know what it even is.
Keep that thing safe. Seems we'll need it.
Trust me. I'll guard it with my life. Let's keep going.
What's that?
Character sheet real quick, and then go to Shadowheart.
Keep a blade
Star
close.
That's fine.
What to do?
He doesn't need any more than that. Nice, nice, nice. Shadowheart. That was a good find. Now we got another place, but it's loaded with traps. We're going to be very careful here. Like that. Like that. So I say we have to be very careful, and then we do the exact opposite. Chest in here? Actually, I don't think so. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, I actually don't think there is a chest in there, so we can actually just take that. Okay. Let's go this way. Several things. We've made it to the goblin camp. Unfortunately, the goblins aren't hostile to us here, which is good. Surprisingly. Yeah. Okay, first things first. We're gonna do this. Yeet. There's a path down here. Okay, we just climb up it. We do this. Actually, you know what? I know what it is. We do it like that. Rock. Gross.
Be cautious.
Scrawled notes. Can't compare her to the moon and stars or any of that rubbish because she lives underground. She ain't got any scabs or boils, can't compliment the best ones. Might think I'm too small. Tell her I'll buy a footstool for when we're kissing. Put some dead spiders in my hair next time I see her. Probably just send her home. Bits of people what I killed. So Goblin probably wrote that. Smelly letter. Lovely Minthara. I've never been to the Underdark. Rika says there's beasties down there that make an ogre look like a baby gnome. But I says if anything is lovely as you grows among all the tasty mushrooms down there, it's the best place there ever was. In larger text, the writer is scribbled, do drow like being compared to mushrooms? Probably. I guess. From chest. Attack it. Attack it again. We don't need lockpicks when we... Nope. We don't need lockpicks when we have a giant sword. This thing is beefy. Gold. Nice. 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 Childish doodle of a goblin presenting a fungal bouquet to a drow. Dearest, your excellency, most prettiest Minthara. You might not remember me. I ain't nobody important after all. Not yet. I was chasing chickens with the lads when you came to visit Boss Ragsland. You looked right at me when you told them if we was as good at killing humans as we was at plucking poultry, we might be worth a damn. Made me feel proper special to be recognised like that. Next raid, I'll spill so much blood, the Absolute will have to notice me. Then I'll come to Moonrise, and you'll notice me too. I'm the one with the stumpy leg and the gammy eye. Clagger. And Clagger's got a little bit of a crush. A little bit of a crush. How adorable. But we took all this stuff. Yeet.
That's curious. Luke Steve.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. Sounds like they've captured themselves a bone.
Several things that we're going to have to do here. First wasn't really helpful to unlock that waypoint. Oh. Alright, we'll start with these guys. Start with Crusher.
Fresh disharmony, bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest. Everyone just barges in here, thinking they rule the world. Ah!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Lot of assumptions here. I don't think I'm better than anyone else.
Everyone says that. And then they spit in our faces. But no more. Things are changing. We got the Absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot. Or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your face.
We're not kissing
Well,
feet.
Go on. Give him a nibble.
How about you kiss my feet instead? Like he's kissing feet?
Ugh. Look, mate. Just piss off. You're not welcome here.
Not so high and mighty after all.
Don't push it, worm. I can still bash your face in. Yeah. I think I will.
Okay, fun fact, this is not a big fight. It's a small fight. Small, tiny fight, okay? All the goblins are on watch. We are going to absolutely demolish Crusher. That's simple. That easy.
Wait! I yield! I yield!
Best not leave any loose ends. This one might reward mercy with backstabbing.
But we gotta be merciful. I think my point's been made. Come on, I'll help you up.
You're looking down on me as well. I can get up by myself.
Courtesy is quite wasted on this fellow, I see.
Arrogant pig.
Selena. This room has been dedicated to
Someone is Crusher's
big goblins. As big as him.
in the quarry.
You look like you got something jingling in your pocket. Looking to spend it?
Quite the trove. How'd you get your hands on all this?
Nicked him off the dead, didn't I?
Well, let's see what you got. We'll start by selling you that. And that. And then all of your dead friends' stuff. That makes me happy. Sell all the dead friends' stuff. Goodbye. Get rid of that. Alright, so what we got here. So we got a hide armor +2. Swiresy shoes. Jump distance is increased by 5 feet, and you get acrobatics of +1. It's not that bad. Gloves of archery. You gain proficiency with longbows and short bows. In addition, your ranged weapons deal an additional 2 damage. It's okay. If we had a ranger, that'd be really good. Boots of aid and comfort. That's really good. We want to give that to Shadowheart. So we're going to buy that for Shadowheart. The Doom Hammer. Longbow. The Returning Pike.
Get me. Mountains, great mortals, all hinders to quake.
So it means now her healing
The true
is
souls are
additional
coming,
health.
their louders awake. Here follow, I cry far and wide for great glory.
Ribbo.
Back off!
Oh, damn.
Make as a blade.
Hey, it's Volo.
The court with fragulous crown and with scepter abraid. Draw Rexlin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblet kind had reduced them to cowering filthenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Rexlin, the true soul, had led you glide.
We're just gonna give him our rat attention.
You! Move off!
Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I? Huh?
Wait a tick! That a friend of yours?
Oh, certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying!
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad.
He's so stressed. We gotta save him.
Draw Rexlin, draw Rexlin. I am draw Rexlin. Comtuous, draw Rexlin.
Stage fright.
You broke him!
Wait, wait. Draw Rexlin. We pray. We.
Come on, pigeon! Back to your cage!
Now look what you've done.
We'll save him. Don't worry.
Come on!
Of
Gotta
course.
find Kabaga.
The name's Gripper, idiot!
Right. Yes.
But it's massive!
And we also have to drink a potion.
Still just a bit. It don't feel right messing with it, is all.
Shut it! Well now, you look like a tough un, but have you got smarts, skills, guts?
All that and more.
And you're gonna need it, mate. This ain't your standard dungeon dive, right? This is chicken chasing.
Well, for starters, that's no chicken. It's an owlbear.
It's got feathers, don't it? A beak. Besides, I reckon it owes us, seeing as how it just ate our last chicken. Reckon it owes us a game. You want to hear the rules or not?
Could be fun. What is chicken chasing exactly?
Only the greatest game since eggs sprouted legs, mate. You just gotta chase the chicken round the course and through the posts. But that ain't all. Gotta do it quick and alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Sound easy? It ain't. Better contenders than you have been bested by the bird.
Sounds fun. Count me in.
Fun? Show a bit of respect, mate. This is serious business.
You're right.
Besides, we gotta agree stakes before we begin, don't we?
We do. Sure, I'll place a bet. Yeah, I'll place a bet.
We got the coin. We got the challenger. Now we just need the crowd, eh? We're starting a new game! Move your eyes!
Oh, it's Claga.
Enjoying the view. Looking tasty in these new breeches, ain't I?
They look quite fetching on you.
Proper stylish, ain't they? Nicked them off this dwarf we're cooking.
Oh. The dwarf, did he have anything on him besides pants?
Dunno. Was already stripped down to his breeches when I got my hands on him. And had a couple of coins in the pockets and some daft poem. But that's all.
I love poetry. Can I see?
Sure you can. But a look's all you're getting. For all I know, this little roaster was some famous bard. And you'll be selling his last words for a pretty penny.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
We're not taking it. We're not gonna do that. You're wasting your time. Dwarven poetry is worthless. I mean, a 10. It's not bad. Just gotta roll a 5. Critical roll. There we go. Natural 20 for poetry.
Might as well use it as bog roll.
That's what a natural 20 is for, guys. This is for dwarven poetry. No critical hits. None of that. Dwarven poem. Let's see what we got here. A son of Seluna fell here in the dark below, and we sealed his grave in her holy glow. Oh, we gotta read it in Dwarvish. A son of Seluna fell here in the dark below, and we sealed his grave in her holy glow. May the full moon never touch the stars once more. May darkness never conquer the moon maiden's door. A note is scrawled in the margins. Found the door under the temple. Think the moon's turned, but which way? A cluster of stars, the lunar faces are sketched beneath. Nice. I'm ready.
What are you trying to me for? Go on!
Hurt me! Run! Where?
See those posts? Run towards them. Nice. 22.
Safe. There. Run.
Go, 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 go. I'm chasing the chicken. Chicken's chasing. We win. Woo!
That's the game done. Come here.
Mother gone.
This was the owlbear that we orphaned recently. We're gonna bring him into our camp. There's a reason for this. It will make sense a lot later. A lot later. I
Got
promise.
to get away from here first.
Way later.
The cub
Okay?
seems anxious
Promise
to leave,
this will do
but
something.
afraid to defy the goblins.
I swear.
They have to be dealt with one way or the other.
Good. We basically just needed to say like, hey, we have a camp. We're willing to take you to our camp, and that's it. That's all we got to do. There's another achievement that we're actually going to get with that owlbear that we won't get today. We'll get it when we make sure the owlbear's at our camp.
Okay. That thing works even better in a chicken. Reckon we won't eat it after all.
It's fair. Hand over my winnings.
Pardon? You're what? Think you misunderstood, mate. Ain't no winnings, 'cause only a goblin can win chicken chase. Says so in the rules.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
We're having fun. Why ruin it now? 18. We did it. Way to go, guys. 18, no problem. No problem. Not gonna lie, a little sus, but
All
we did it.
right. No need to get weepy over it, like. Here.
Thank you. Solved. Alright.
Who wants another drink?
Okay, owlbear is doing what owlbears do. And that gives us
Disgusting waste of stone
perfect
crust.
opportunity to begin next time in the goblin camp. So this is a good place to call it for the day. Go look, make sure
Our face
we're all
protects
set
me.
for this because we will need to. We actually will need to long rest. So let's long rest first. Do that, and then come back. Right. Make sure we're at tip-top space, and then we'll come back, and then that's where we'll save.
The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Karnak.
The Archdevil Zariel's gladiator, come to burn the Sword Coast to ash.
You've got it all wrong, Will. Karlach's not about to hurt anyone.
Well, not counting the fuckers that need a good hurting.
Shut it, devil. I know your kind. A heart darker than a shadow's nightmares. You'd cut a child's throat just to taste the blood.
A devil? I didn't take the blade for a fool. A
great fire roars through you. The fire of the first hell. You are Karlach, tearing through demons across a blood-red landscape of fire and volcanic cinder. The front lines of the Blood War. With every swing of her axe, Karlach fulfills Mistress Zariel's purpose.
Proof! Clear as summer sky. It's over, Karlach. It's time you feel the sting of the blade.
I've tried to tell you. I'm not what you think I am.
Another vision. Karlach's blade rays slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Will shudders with Karlach's desperation. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
By Baldur's helm, No, I will not be tricked.
You saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, but I never wanted to serve Zariel. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served.
Be practical. She's infected, same as us. We need allies, not enemies. Actually, no, we'll say stand down. You saw what I saw. Karlach is not a danger.
No! Devils cannot be trusted!
God, you're stubborn. Karlach's not a devil, and you know it.
Would you listen to sense? This doesn't have to end badly for either of us. You know monsters better than anyone. Can't you look in my eyes and see I'm not a devil?
You don't know what this means. You don't know what you're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to live, Will. I don't want to hurt you. And to be frank, I'd rather not find out how the blade got his name. I swear to you, on all I am not what you think.
Shit! Shit.
Yes, to disobey his,
You really are no devil, are
his
you?
pact warlock, his entity.
I've been
pacted
deceived.
to an archfiend, and he now has
thank
to
the
disobey
gods.
that archfiend.
Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
To be fair,
Aye.
Karlach and Will 1v1.
Truce.
Karlach.
I see
Will's
the
not
good
letting
in
up.
you, Karlach.
Sorry. He would have to cast full
promise not
person
to
on,
lose sight of it.
on Karlach and then go ham
Even when the hells
with melee
burn
attacks in order to
hottest.
even be like remotely close at killing her. If that doesn't land, it's game over.
Glad Will saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Takes a pretty slick mover to track down old Karlach.
Doesn't? You're pretty loud.
Fair. But still, the man's got a reputation for being lethal with that blade. I'm glad it's on our side.
Be a good old shovel.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Someone set you on Karlach's tail. I'd like to know who this source of yours is.
I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Penance? Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Joe, unfortunate. Time to go to bed. And we will select and send it. Once we full rest and get up, we will head to the goblin camp, and we'll get ready to start slaughtering some goblins. But we'll do that next time we stream, which should be on Tuesday. So should be some good stuff there. Is anyone on top? No. Character sheets. Down another potion of animal speaking. It did down. It did down. Okay. Alright, we got an extra pair of leather boots. Cool. Awesome. And we'll leave camp. Alright, we'll go ahead and save things here. And that is where we'll leave it for today. So we'll be back on Tuesday with some more Baldur's Gate 3, obviously. So I've really been enjoying the series, and it is actually doing really, really well over on my YouTube. So if you miss anything and you want to make sure that you can go ahead and keep watching, I put my socials, which goes to my Twitter, my Discord, my Instagram, in the chat. But you can always go ahead and go to my About page here on Twitch, and you can find the link to my YouTube. Find me at Paladin Wright. This current game is doing really, really well for me, so I'm really enjoying that. Considering that I'm a very, very small channel on YouTube. But that being said, I'm really enjoying playing this game. It is an absolute blast. Very grateful for everyone that's taken the time to jump in, join, and have some fun with us. Hope to continue to have you guys with us and hanging around as we build the Crusader host, especially here with Valorian Jarthraxon. This is, dude, this dude, 18 armor class. This is what we're going for, bro. We're going for that big boy armor class. We can take now this great sword and just go ham. So it's going to be awesome. But yeah, I'm very grateful for everyone. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll see you around on Tuesday. So enjoy and have fun. We'll see you around.